Greetings, fam. Greetings and salutations. I know it's been a minute. Let me see how I can do this, where I can make it just me. Y'all know I haven't been on here in forever. Excuse that. Who cares? What I should do is I should swap everything out. I'm going to be doing my hair, but I'm also going to be chatting with you all. It's been a minute, right? I think you all can hear me. Let me know if you cannot hear me. I have my grapes because I'm hungry. And my grapes have seeds. I have my Ensure. Yes, I do drink these as meal supplements. Because I don't always have time to make my shakes. I hope I have enough light. I've taken things down. I am packing up. I can't wait to move. So I'm debating if I should keep this on or put my shirt on that I always wear when I work out. And that's what I'm going to. They'll be like, oh my God, Tay-Tay's getting naked. Y'all seen a bra before. Right? Especially the way people walk around. In America and in the UK. Lord Jesus. Y'all see I'm browner. I've been in the pool. This is why I really shouldn't be doing my hair, because I've been taking 615 water classes. What does this look like? Oh gosh, like a little bit. But what's goody? I know it's been a while, y'all. I am trying to get I don't want to say get myself together, but get myself together. And slowly but surely, things are coming to an end. Slowly but surely. And I'll get to that in this live. I am not going to be on here long. I know I always say that. And my former bald-headed friend used to always bring that to my attention. But she wasn't a friend. Ironically, in order to heal myself, I'm going to purge. Oh, crap. I thought I did everything, but no. I keep hello, ATM International. I keep all of my receipts, so that, because I pay all my bills with my credit card, right? So I keep all of my receipts, and then once they clear, I rip them up, blah, blah, blah. So it is a pain in the butt keeping all these daggone receipts. But someone told me about an app called Fetch, Fetch. And because I do Instacart, they're like, oh, you can get free gift cards with using the app. It takes a picture of your receipt. I was like, well, maybe I should do that too. All right, I'm gonna get myself together, y'all. One of these days, Tay Tay's gonna get herself together, and maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm not. I need to start doing my hair though, and I need my notes. That's messed up. I can't find my daggone notebook. Now, I have like 1,000,001 little notebooks. It was still in my fanny pack. Cool. All right. We're going to cover a few things tonight, y'all. You heard about that app. So if you have a lot of receipts and you do, I don't know how DoorDash works because I don't do DoorDash. I only do Instacart, and I freaking love Instacart. Love Instacart. And it's an easy way to make extra money, especially if you know how to shop. You don't pick up freaking rotten grapes, right? You don't do that. I shop the way I shop for myself. I got a $93 tip the other day. Ah, what the hell? Thank you kindly. All right. I just needed to put something in my stomach, y'all. I don't mean to chew and eat in your face, because this is not a mukbang. But in order for me to get through this, I need to eat. Now, at ATM, I use Cash Walk. Cash Walk. Cash, CASHWALK. So if someone walks a lot, some people, I don't know, but a lot of in the supermarket, I see a lot of people that do they're vendors, right? A vendor, you go into a couple of stores a day, you're gonna walk a lot. If you like free money, and it's not cash, it's in the form of a gift card. These are the things that I give away. And I haven't given away any online because I haven't really been online. I apologize, but I think you all may understand what's going on. What I have been through is not easy. And as we talk about what's going on, the Gambian update, yes, honey, you see that? As we talk about the Gambian update, you know, maybe some people understand, maybe some people won't, but it's okay because it's my journey and what I've been through and my experience. But it is and was traumatic. And I'm gonna always try to. Okay, Shantae, you wowing. You about to get water everywhere. I'm going to always try to work on myself, because that's just a whole nother video in itself, as to we should always be trying to elevate to the next level, no matter what has happened, no matter what people have done, no matter what I've experienced. And this experience just showed me that, whoa, you've been knocked down before, but holy crap sticks. Like, these ninjas weren't playing. But you get knocked down, but you don't get knocked out, right? You know, the devil always thinks that they won. The devil always thinks that they won. The demons, the devil will always, the monsters will always think that they won. But they didn't. Delayed is not denied. Hey, Rosie Rose. Yeah. It is and when I'm going through a storm, I don't think anyone really wants anyone to see it. And because I already lost the money, then I'm fighting criminals, and then all this other nonsense is happening. I'm like, what the F? And for me, I'm a Jersey girl, so I want to handle things in not just a Jersey girl, there are certain things growing up, like some women have had to be their own protector. So, I know I'm Jersey. I know I'm a little rough around the edges. Jersey, New York. What it is what it is. Like, I'm not that's not who I am. I'm going to stand up for myself, right? Stella, please. But when you're going through, you don't necessarily see the end result. Hey, Purple Love, you don't see the end result. This whole experience has put me in a dark place. See, I need a trim. Y'all see that? We're going to work it out though. So it has put me in a dark place, but I'm happy to say that things are coming to an end. And I'm grateful for that. So let me start updating you all on certain things. I'm going to share my screen. I will be addressing Mr. Mally Morris. I will be addressing that today because I'm going to say this. Crap, that's what I forgot. All right, so I forgot a hair product. Hold on. So you real nosy. Okay. Sorry. That was a quick intermission. See the boxes. Woo. I'm just excited. I've been here for too long, and I am excited to move on to wherever I'm going to the next stage of my life. I really am. Now, what I was saying is in order for me to heal from certain things, I'm going to purge. I don't know how other people deal with things, but I'm not the type of person now. Who I am now, I'm not going to take abuse from anyone. That's just greetings, bag. Oh my goodness. I thought you all would be going night. Thank you for joining. So I'm not going to take abuse from anyone. I'm going to say what it is and I'm going to move on, right? So with that being said, some people may say whatever about the upcoming videos. I don't care, but I have to address some things because I never realized that there are so many people that are older than me that are more messed up than I am. I know I got issues, but the difference is some of us are trying to work on our issues and some of us aren't, right? I saw a shadow. And the fact that there are people that will befriend you just to betray you. Now, I'm not going to get into that specific video and all the contents of it, but what I am going to say is evidently they didn't know this mother effing friend. And I'm going to leave it at that. So, because I'm loyal as F. Until you cross me there, I don't know what happens. I'm like, you are my enemy. Let's present this. So I don't know if you all saw the thumbnail, right? The verdict is in. So I think this was last week. What's the date? May 14th. So it was 6 days ago. Let's share this. 6 days ago. Okay, so someone shared this with me because, certain cases, I don't know what's going on. After people get, clink, clink, and handcuffs, Stella, relax. It's the only time she cries is if she can't get to a ball. Like the children outside can't play with their balls. That's her. I want your ball. Give me your ball. So, unfortunately, we heard about, the brutal unaliving of Shakina Chinedu. And, what's on Gambia, shout out to them. They kept us updated with what was going on. And I just wish that when they have things like training sessions or whatever with the police. Okay, Shantae, you wowing. Now, what I just did is what I should not have been doing. Right? I just totally pulled that. I'm supposed to cut that. That's going to continue to be a split end because I did that. I know better. I just don't have my scissors sitting here with me. So I found out that they have like these training books for the police, and they had transgender, they had the rugs, I'm trying to not be demonetized, right? Because when I talk about things in the Gambia, a lot of my videos are demonetized because I'm talking about real stuff, and they're like, hey, the ad people don't want to hear that. I guess they don't, but it's the truth. So sorry, my hair. I'm trying to do my hair at the same time and talk to you all. Okay. So they have these workbooks for the police. I saw one. The guy was studying, it was about rugs and transgender and this, that, and the third. And some of the things, some of the policies were really interesting. But when it said transgender, I'm like, wow, that's in Africa. First of all, unless someone is coming over there like that, no, they're not doing the surgery there. So I don't know. I was a little confused, but I would hope that in the future that they would incorporate the handling of evidence. Like, you need gloves on, especially because they do have the fingerprint, like a fingerprint, whatever. They have a fingerprint person. I'm not going to say a program, because the fingerprinting process is by eye. And we know humans can make a mistake, right? We're human. We can make a mistake, think we saw something, didn't really see that, whatever, right? So, but I will hope that they will put that in there. But when I saw transgender, I was like, what the hell does that have to do with anything in the Gambia? Y'all could have put something else in there, but you're teaching them about that for what? Okay. I don't know. I'm going to leave you with that. I just presented it out there. You can come up with your own final synopsis. So it's good to hear and see that there was a verdict in the case of the unaliving of Shakina Chinedu. Now, we know that I'm gonna leave that one alone. Art Kathy and y'all are gonna be saved for another video, because I'm not done. Tay getting herself back. Okay, so let's read this. The murder, the unaliving of Britain gets the sentence, right? So dude got the penalty, the ultimate penalty. So you all see this. This is Justice Jaite. So let me just read it. This is from the Standard, the newspaper that I was in, my case, written by Bruce Asemota. So dude's name is Augustine. Not this one. Let me take this off of here. Let me put his picture up. Dude name is Augustine. The convicted person name is Augustine. Let me see if there's a pic. They don't have a picture of him? Oh, wow. Okay. So let me just put it on myself then, because I don't want the judge to be up there while I'm talking about this. So let me just, okay. So let me just read this. But the judge, the picture was Justice Jaite, right? Justice, is it Ibrahima? It is telling me in here. But I think it's Justice Ibrahima Jaite. And the reason why I pointed him out is Justice Jaite was the judge. He was the judge that was overseeing my case against Kwesi. So I'm assuming that my case was high profile and is high profile, because it seemed like Justice Jaite gets all the high profile cases. However, Justice Jaite no longer handles civil cases. He only handles criminal cases. And I will be telling y'all. So the last time I was in the Gambia, I went up to the courthouse to find out what was going on with the case, see if it, because I did hear that Justice Jaite wasn't the judge on my case anymore. So I wanted to hear things for myself. And it just so happens that the court was in session. So I got to see him. He really did look very handsome in his blue. He had on royal blue. But they say that Justice Jaite he's not biased. He does not play any games. And I just hope that the new judge, oh, Shantae, stop pulling. You got to cut. All right. Oh, the scissors are here. I thought they weren't here. I know I'm a freaking creature of habit. This is where I do my hair at. So, but they say that Justice Jaite, he's fair and he does not play any games. And I sat in on a case when I was there. The last time I was there, I like to move around before it gets dark. And I was like, oh man, I gotta go. But that case, you wait until I tell y'all about that. Yeah, I told you I'm adding true crime to my channel. I am. Because the stuff that be going on, it's like, what in the whole entire head? Okay, so that's who the picture of. When I pull it back up, you'll see that's Justice Jaite. So, let me read what happened in this case. Let y'all see one more time. That's Justice Jaite. Okay. So it says Augustine Bangura, a Sierra Leonean, has been sentenced to he gone. He done out here. He got the ultimate sentence. No life in prison. They're gonna take that life there. So by the high court in Banjul. So his name is Augustine Bangura. That is the picture of the person that is in my thumbnail. My hair be drying too quick, yo. So Augustine Bangura, a Sierra Leonean, has been sentenced to unalivened by the High Court in Banjul, preceded over by Justice Ibrahima Jaite. Isn't that what I said his name was? Who found him guilty on 2 counts of unalivened and theft. Bangura was convicted of unalivened Shakina Chinedu, a Briton, by hitting her with a, what do we hit nails with when you building? We do hammer curls, right? At the back of her neck on February 14th, on Valentine's Day, at Sinchang Village. Sinchang. He was also accused of taking her money and other items from her, stealing her money. The convict had pleaded not guilty, but the prosecution called 12 witnesses and tendered 21 exhibits. I know I have quite a bit of exhibits as well. Boy, if I have the opportunity to be in the courthouse when my case is going on, hallelujah, thank you, Jesus. But that's probably not going to happen. Justice Jaite, in his judgment, said the convict's own confession, the corroborating medical and forensic evidence, the physical recovery of the stolen items, the eyewitness accounts, and the convict's incriminating conduct all indicated that the prosecution proved its case beyond reasonable doubt. Justice Jaite stated that the convict Augustine Bangora is convicted of a heinous crime, the cold-blooded unaliving of Shakina Chinedu. The judge added that the loss of life, coupled with the callous manner in which the body of Shakina Chinedu was disposed of, calls for a response that reflects the severity of the crime and a clear message to the society that such actions will not be tolerated under any circumstances. So basically, he's saying, let me keep going. The trial judge also said that the convict's actions, okay, that's not. The trial judge also said that the convict's actions of stealing the victim's belongings and disposing her body demonstrate not only a lack of moral conscience, but also a complete dehumanization of the victim, treating her as a mere object to be exploited after taking her life. The trial judge further sentenced Augustine Bangora to serve 5 years imprisonment for theft. Well, if he got the ultimate unaliving sentence, I never understand when the courts do that. Like, you'll get life. They'll give you life. What the heck am I doing? I'm trying to do a flat twist, but this is definitely not working. It's probably because it's not long. Like, the flat twist needs to be long. And when I did it, it wasn't as full as I wanted it to be. So that's why I'm making it 2. Yeah, I don't really let people touch my hair there. That's going to be uneven because one is bigger than the other, but I don't care. So I never understand that. But the trial judge further sentenced Augustine Bangora to serve 5 years imprisonment for theft, in addition to the ultimate sentence of unaliving, right? Justice Jaite pointed out that the law protects every individual, and anyone who violates that protection through violence will face severe repercussions. Wow. Think about me getting assaulted, right? With G. I'm not done with those videos either. I'm getting there, y'all. I just had to get my mind right. Take some time for me because these people are dealing with demons that I'm not familiar with. But all I had to do was stay. What does the Bible say? I just had to stand. Sooner or later, things were going to come to an end. I just had to stand and not waver and not fall and not give up. That's what I had to do and see it to the end. So many people will run away from things because, oh, it's taking time. It's taking time. Everything takes time. And anyone that understands court and legal actions going to know that it's going to take time. But I think a lot of people are not knowledgeable about the law, and that's fair, especially if they have never experienced certain things. If that wasn't their life, a lot of people wouldn't understand the legal system. But I've sued people. I've had to sue people to hold them accountable. So it helped me to understand the legal system better. And by me not having the degrees that everyone else, that other people have, some people think, oh, she's stupid, especially with what Shrek said. Oh, she's on this, she gets that. Well, damn. And I'm still doing better than you, boo? What the hell does that say about you? You have all these degrees and I'm on whatever and I get this and what? I still got a 700 and is it 767 credit score? What's your credit score? For me to be able to lose 16,000, it shows how I handle money. And some of us are not good with money, And is that a brag? It's damn sure a flex. Because if you have good credit and you are brown looking like me, kudos to you. Because what do they think? Oh, you just deaf, dumb, and retarded and special, and you got bad credit. You black. Not all of us got bad credit, boo. Not all of us are horrible with our money, Shrek. Not all of us spend money on dudes. Okay, so Justice Jaite pointed out that the law protects every individual. Anyone who violates that protection through violence will face severe repercussions. He said, given the unfortunate loss of the deceased, the principal registrar of the High Court is ordered to make a proper documentation of the items and ensure the return of the items to the designated next of kin or administrator. And that is it. So the question I have is, I didn't even know they had that type of penalty in the Gambia. I know they don't have the chair because nobody gonna pay that NAWEC bill. NAWEC don't care. They're like, we're not cutting your lights on until you give us money. We don't care. Oh, well, we gotta unalive this dude because of what he did. Who paying that light bill? Who paying that cash power? If you ain't paying that cash power. So no, I'm just joking. But like, how would they do that? Unless it's by injection? I don't know. But it sure opened up questions for me because I didn't even know they had that in the Gambia. Though, when you can't hear penalty, what? Deaf? I didn't know that. I did not know they had that. But I feel like Justice Jaite, Stella, with everything he was saying, what he's doing is he is making an example out of Augustine Bangura because of how he, took Shakina out. Don't nobody. But this is why I say people that are of a certain age, people saw what happened to me by Kwesi's henchmen. Right? By the grace of God, I didn't hit my head on the concrete and be an afterthought. However, I'm younger. Think about someone, a lot of these women are going to the Gambia. They're buying land, they're building their home. They looking for a nice retirement. They want to enjoy. There it is. I know I was going to have some flyaways because I was in the water today and before I got out, I swam. I was super excited to swim, hair underwater and everything. But, the women that are going there are of a certain age. And no matter how strong we are, women that are 50, 60, 70 years old, they can't fight off a 20-some-year-old, 30-some-year-old, 40-some-year-old man or boy, as they call them, right? So, like I said, when I did a video on Shakina, my interaction with her wasn't good because she was speaking on behalf of RJ Mahdi's business. What was that? Exodus Alliance. Right? She was speaking on behalf of them, and we know that if y'all don't know that what they did is illegal, when I start talking about the Diddy trial, yes, I'm talking about the Diddy trial because that was in my era. What? So when I start talking about the Diddy trial, I'm going to show you all, I'm going to tell you the story or update you on the story of me losing my money and Kwesi Boyd and the scam, and show the connections and talk about being contacted by a lawyer in regards to RICO charges. Yeah, we're going to talk about that. Just wanted to drop that seed. So, woo, y'all hear them kinks, kinky curls? Justice Jaite made an example out of this Sierra Leone. And the Sierra Leone deserves I believe in an eye for an eye. I do. And all this was done for $1,000. There was like $1,000 that she got for her birthday. It's just it whatever, it's crazy. But the verdict is in. Now, in this, I decided in this video, I'm going to address Molly Morris, right? And I'm going to address this just like I'm going to address my fake friends, because this is my way of purging. The messed up part is people will do and say the most messed up things to you. And then because most of us have some class, we're not going to get online and say, this person did this. But maybe I don't have any class with that. No. I don't know. People can say whatever they want about the situation, but I'm going to address certain things. You think you're going to come into my life and act like you're a friend and then do all this, and you think and then you repping, hallelujah, thank you, Jesus. What? No. Not me. Not me. And it's personal. Because these people, one is late 40s, the other one is Shrek's age, and this is how you act. But in whatever, that's not what this video is about. But I'm going to address Mr. Molly Morris. Yeah. And the first thing, let me just put this up. This conversation was had on Facebook, right? So he addressed this to me. You put out a video of you crying and showing the damage. Let me start from the bottom. I have no idea why you are mad at me, but you clearly have mental health issues. I'm going to start with this first. Men are so quick. When you call a man or a dude on his nonsense, dudes are so quick to say, you crazy. But But let me share with you all what I know about Mr. Morris, and you make your decision on his mental health issues, on or if he has mental health issues, right? Because the fact that people want to say stuff about me fighting for what's right, I understand in our community we are messed up as a people. We are truly messed up as a people, and some of us will thrive in this life, but as a whole, as a group of people, like the two Bobs and the Chinese, we will never be like them, etc. Chinese, Indians, whatever. We won't even be like the Gambians because they will stick together against strangers. They may have some in fight in country fighting in countrymen. I don't know how to word it, but in something, I can't think of the word. In the family fighting, that's not what I'm thinking. Looking at, that's not the word I'm looking for, but you feel me. They may have some they may fight against each other, but they will stick together against us, against a stranger. But I don't know what's wrong with African people as a whole altogether. I don't know. I yeah. But I'm gonna say this about the um, Black British dude by way of Jamaica, Bumster. Yeah. You say that you don't know why I'm mad with you. Let's just talk about. Let's start here. So, what mental health issues do you have, Mr. Morris, when you would lock Angel, allegedly lock Angel in a room? This was in the UK. Y'all, do y'all know who Angel is? Angel is, people thought that Angel was his wife, but Angel was his girlfriend. And like so many times, so many women, including myself, when you're in the Gambia and you're dealing with someone that's not on your level financially, you may slip the person money, right? So they don't feel bad for not paying for things. I'm guilty of that. I am totally guilty of dealing with a broke ninja. Totally guilty. Now, Sister Angel went ahead and allowed Mr. Morris to look like he was the owner of Motu's. Because how many of you all that have never been to the Gambia or went to the Gambia and realized or thought you've been to the Gambia, or you look at videos and you thought that Molly Morris was the owner of Motu's? I know I did. I thought him and Angel were married. I should do this as one or two. I think I'm gonna do it as two. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm doing a hairstyle that I have not done before, and I should do this as one. Let's do it as one, because I'm getting in the water 6:15 tomorrow morning, so I should not be doing my hair all extravagant because it's probably going to get wet. So, you know, we as, I don't know about any other nationality, but I know as Black women, we will forever support our mate and make them look good. So I feel like that's what she was doing by allowing him to act like and be a narcissist, like he owned Motu's. So you want to say I have mental issues. You clearly have mental health issues, but what was going on with you, Mr. Morris, that a woman, Angel, brought you to the Gambia after you allegedly will lock her in the room and yell and scream at her? What is that? That's clearly mental health issues. But no, dudes always want to say, "Oh, you're this, you're broken, y'all." Hey, dude, me and a sister was talking about this. Sorry, sister, but I have to say this. Um, let's not act like men don't have issues. Like our black men do not have issues. And when I say black men, I don't care where you were born. Because if you were born in Jamaica, you have issues. If you were born in the UK, you have issues. If you were born in America, we all have post-traumatic slave disorder, post-traumatic black disorder, because I don't know if Jamaica has slaves. I don't know. I don't know their history. I know the British, right, started the racist people that are in America came from Europe. So I know it's more gangster there as far as racism than it is here. Okay, this video is totally going to be demonetized, but who cares? Who cares? I'm not in a stage where I'm really focused on making money from YouTube. I'm just putting out videos that well, I'm not going to say that. I'm putting out shorts, but I have quality videos. I just have to find time to edit them. You know, I don't want to just give y'all raw videos. You can be like, what the hell is this? I need to edit them, put voice. I need to edit them. That's why you all haven't gotten a lot of things. But I have been to the Gambia back and forth for 5 years. So you can imagine how much content I have. So when someone said, it's okay if you don't have content, sister, like I said, we are messed up as a people and we have issues. And it's okay. It's okay. Some of us are going to work on them and some of us are just going to stay in their nonsense. And that's their choice. Everyone is making a choice. So, okay. So, Mr. Morris, you allegedly locked Angel in a room and yells at her through the door in the UK. That was before she brought you to the Gambia. Now, sister, excuse me, why you brought him to the Gambia, I have no idea. But I think so many times women just stay in things and I don't know why. No judgment. I just don't know why. If there aren't any children, you are the moneymaker. What? For the third leg? Come on, man. Come on. But I think me and Angel, she may be a little bit older than me, but I think we round about the same age. I just don't think like everyone else. So, you do that to her. She brings you here. Now, you did the interview with Aisha May, right? Aisha shirt was here. You almost seeing her tetas. And the slit was up. Whatever. That's how she wanted to dress, fine. But at that time, we thought that they were married. I'm like, damn, she dressing like that in front of a married man for an interview? Okay. Not me. Not how I will handle it, but okay. What did Molly Morris say? Oh, you see, I couldn't even look at her eyes. I was looking, no, she had it on a platter. This is what he say in front of, if any female has ever been around Mr. Morris at Motu's, you know that I'm not lying. You know, he is extremely disrespectful. He says whatever comes to mind. Like, Angel doesn't matter. Right? You say the most disrespectful and inappropriate things to women, like Angel is, but you accepted this, Angel. You accepted this behavior in the UK. So, of course, my grandmother always said, a man is only going to do as much as you allow him. You allowed him to treat you like that, and then you brought him to the Gambia. So, you thought he was going to stop? No. You wanted this, Molly. So I'm telling everything. Now, so that's the background. right? So you want to say, I have mental issues, but this is what you were doing to this woman. So now you say, you have no idea why you're mad, why I'm mad at you. Okay. You and Angel. Because when I bought my Cadillac, when I bought my car, who knew it was going to bring so much hate? I guess I just didn't. I was naive. I just thought that if people were really taking the opportunity to pay $1,000 to go to Africa, that they were willing to work on relieving themselves of the American nonsense. And they were older than me, so I really thought that they had some maturity. And I'm realizing that that wasn't reality. That just wasn't the reality. So I didn't know that buying that car, I didn't realize that it was just like being in America, that buying that car was going to bring so much jealousy and hate. But whatever. That's their problem, not mine. I bought my dream car. Thank you, Jesus. Hallelujah. And I will be selling my dream car. Thank you, Jesus. Hallelujah. Point blank, period. So I had just bought my car. I was with my security Madi at that time. And we had just finished doing some foundation work. So it was Friday. And I don't know if you all remember, at that time, they were having Fish Friday at Motul. So I was like, yo, let's stop here. I'm hungry. We can stop. We can eat. And then, and go home. So he tells me, he's like, we sitting down, we eating. He says, oh, you should show him your new car. I said, no, I'm good. Right? Because I know how we are. And when I say we, Angel and Dude are Black British, but they still Black. Right? And Black people, I don't know. Some of us are just really jacked the F up. And just whatever. Okay, so he's like, oh, you should go. They your friends, right? I'm like, no. They are associates, right? Y'all throw that friend word around too easily. I said, so no, they are associates. You should show them your card. Against my better judgment, I went and I showed Angel my car. Now, Angel came out to the car first, right? We were in the parking lot. Me and Marty was sitting outside eating, so he saw everything. He just didn't know what was being said because he was too far away. So she comes outside. She's looking at my car. Oh, this is nice. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Now she want to go and show Molly, right? We walking towards the back because you can get to her restaurant towards the back, right? So we going through the back because Molly was back there keying up in somebody's face. You know how he do, right? He was looking for the next come up. He found it. Had that anchor baby, didn't he? Oh God, I can't. So she goes, now while we're walking, Angel, they say, why you don't mess with Angel? Why Angel got to call me a bitch because of my car? It's not my fault you bought a lemon. It's not my fault that you got a man beside you that don't know anything and y'all bought a lemon. So you going to hate on me because I bought a nice car? Yeah, she called me a B. I looked at her. Yes, I called you a B. I'm telling y'all, they wanted me in prison in the Gambia. These people totally tested my patience. Now, I would have been wrong if I would have lumped her up, right? It's okay, Angel. Because y'all got y'all's, didn't you? So yeah, she called me a B. When she saw my car. So then she go back there and she's so excited to show Molly, right? Come. He's sitting on the little stool. She done knocked him off the stool. He didn't fail on the ground, right? That's why I said he'd be jealous of us. They be y'all UK people. Some of y'all UK, a lot of y'all UK people. I met a few that were good, but I'm gonna talk about a few that are bad. So she pulls him off the stool. Oh, I gotta show you something. Oh, da 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 da. So then, he puts his arm around me and says, "Oh, you deserve something good after all the stuff that has happened here, right?" So we get to my car. She's running around the car with her hand on the car, like she Vanna Black. Oh, you see my new car? You should have saw Molly's face, right? Now I'm feeling something different, right? We know when something ain't right. Like they smiling, but their face is not telling. Their face has not told their mind that, hey, you something else is being shown on your face. You're smiling, but that's not the real emotion. How you smiling like that? What is that? So then they talk about this Nissan Xterra that they bought that was a lemon. People are so crass. How much you pay for your car? B, how much did it cost for you to open your business? Who asked someone that? A hater. Right, Angel and Molly? Okay. So I said to them, they looking on the inside. I said to them, I'll give y'all a ride, right? I'll give y'all a ride and I'll chauffeur y'all. Y'all can sit in the back like the bosses you are. Always trying to encourage my people. They both, Molly said, I don't want to ride. I don't want to get in your car, right? And what did Angel say? Yeah, we not riding. And they walked away. That was the last time I saw you, Molly mother effing Morris. So when we get to the top of this message, this is why I had to give y'all a little background. So that was the last thing that you said to me. You hating on me because of my car. You and Angel, right? So you told me about the place that I had to stay in, right? The place that charged me $600 for the agent fee. You know the agent, Omar. Did y'all share that money? Absolutely, because now I know you are a true bumpster. You ain't have no money. You said, oh, I'm not an investigative journalist. I just know how to make chicken. Do you? Do you actually know how to make chicken? Because every business you opened, it went down. Pew. So I guess Angel was the money and the mind behind Motu's. It wasn't you. Okay, let's move forward. So she didn't call me a B because of my car. They hate, and I don't want to ride in your car, this, that, and the third. So when I went back to the table, Mighty was like, oh, what happened? I'm like, I'm ready to go. Come on, I'm ready to go. Oh, I should have listened to myself because you never had anything. So it's like, let me show this off. This is a nice car. And Americans and Gambians were hating, but it's okay. It's a vehicle. It is what it is. Just like money. Money is energy. It's going to come and go. Whatever. How someone feels about me ain't got nothing to do with me. So now let's fast forward. Molly says, you put out a video of you crying and showing the damage, so I came down to see you. That's called checking in on your friend. You're not my friend. After y'all acted the way you acted when you saw my car, that's not how friends act, my ninja. So I don't know what type of ish y'all be on or how y'all treat each other, but that's not a friend. Not stop by unannounced. So yes, you did stop by unannounced. Why? I don't know. Because you asked me what did I need. I told you I needed food because I'm at the police station all day. Did I ask y'all to give it to me? No. You said I would have paid for it because I could have kept it in my refrigerator and heated it up on the stove when I needed it. I didn't ask for anything for free, Molly Morris, but you do all the time, Bumstead. You said I offered you help, but you never contacted me again, so I kept my distance. You are a bold-faced liar. When you left my compound that day that I was robbed, well, not the day I was robbed, whatever day you stopped by, I don't know what day it was, y'all. All the days just ran into one. But when you left my compound that day that you stopped by, the last thing that was said was what I needed. You said, I said, I needed food. How can you help? I said, I needed food. Okay, I'm going to go to the restaurant and talk to Angel. That was the last thing you said, Ninja. So why would I have to contact you again when we talked about what you are? A bold-faced liar. So if you want to talk about someone that has mental issues, you need to look in the mirror. Why are you treating women like that? How many Americans did you run through because you were looking for your next come up, right? You like the Mexicans and the foreigners that have anchor babies. You knew that if you gave her a baby, oh, she's a black woman, she's going to take care of you. We know that. I see it. I see it. So there was, he said, back when you were scammed, I already talked about that. It's not like you did. First of all, let me address this even more then. The only inhabitable place that you showed me, because you know I was only scheduled to be there for 5 weeks to check on my investment. So you were living there for I don't know how many years. You didn't know any apartments, any guest houses. You only showed me the apartment that no. I think he only showed us compounds. The lesbian girl, Natasha, that I met through Phoenix, showed us apartments. One I wouldn't stay in with my dog. One looked like a daggone murder. The only thing that was missing was the white chalk on the ground, on the floor. The bay window was busted and broken glass. I said, how the hell y'all showing some? Y'all know we Americans, right? This is why I invested, because Americans, we have a certain standard of living. And that's why investing in a guest house would have been, it was a great idea, because even Gambians that lived in America was showing what they were showing us. I'm like, where did you live in America? Some of the, I was just like, okay, so these people don't understand American way of life. Now, when I say that, this is why I looked at it as in a business sense, because I know that certain Americans and the ones that are coming over are of a certain age and may have lived a certain lifestyle. And some of the women, the black women, are kind of bougie, right? Which is fine, right? You want air conditioning, you want cable, you want this, you want that, you want a generator. That's fine. You want fast internet. All of those things are available in the Gambia, but you got to. I caught it this time, y'all. Hey, you got to be able to pay for it. And if you're not, too many people are trying to get stuff for free in the Gambia. Americans, I mean, you expect that from the Gambians, right? But that's their country. They want money, whatever. But some of the Americans, I'm just like, what in the hell all the time? Jesus, take the wheel in the whole damn car. Okay, so this was a question that was posed on Facebook, and I didn't want to necessarily do this in a video like this. Oh, Shantae, you're running your mouth and your hair is getting dry. I didn't want to necessarily do it like this. I wanted to do a quick video, but just a quick video on Molly. But I said, well, I might as well do it in a live. And that's how we got here. So these are messages from a person on Facebook, a Facebook friend that has followed me. I guess not just me, but followed I got to move my water. And I got to move my grapes. Okay. Because God only knows where this water and everything from my hair is going to go. Ooh, that's nappy dick. Gotta make sure my hair is wet. If my hair is not wet, it's gonna break it off. And that is what happened with the Nigerian hair salon that I was going to. Thanks to Nima Dia, right? I'm telling y'all, you will know who to stay the hell away from. Well, Nima Dia, she ain't in the Gambia no more, but as far as I know, I don't know. She probably somewhere still talking crazy to that daughter, her daughter of hers, poor thing. But you notice how Nima Dia and Shrek aren't friends no more. But once I called Nima out for her behavior, about her daughter, how her and Shrek became ace boon coons that quick. But then someone told me that when they saw Nima Dia and they asked her, "Why are you hanging with that crazy girl? Why are you hanging with that girl?" What did Nima say about Shrek? Oh, she crazy. But you were her friend, Nima. Big teeth, crazy eyes. You were her friend, right? You were her friend because I called you out on how you were treating that girl. You see what I mean about when I say about our people and how we're just lost? I don't know. I truly don't understand. And too many of us follow the nonsense instead of following truth. But I get that's just life. Because like if you look at the artists, the celebrities, if someone that, let's just use like, I don't think I think these were two different eras though. But if you look at the India Iries, or just look at India Irie, and then look at, I don't know who was out during the time India Irie was out, right? But India Irie should have been way bigger, in my opinion. As an artist, she should have been way bigger. But I mean, what India Irie was singing about, that's not what people may have wanted to hear, because that was high vibration music. No, we want to listen to, you want to rumble with the beat, huh? Throw a hex, or no disrespect to Little Kim, but we want to listen to degrading music, and then music that degrade women, and then say, oh, men don't respect us. What in the whole entire F is going on in society? Nobody is calling anybody a 304, but if you got on that uniform, then I don't know how you expect someone to treat you. What? Like, I don't know. People are visual people. So if you got on a 304 uniform, then I don't know how you expect someone. I don't know. I don't know. So I know that with me talking about, oh, Jalen says Alicia Keys was out at that time as India Irie. And Alicia Keys was a huge artist, right? And is a huge artist. But Alicia Keys also does not look like India Irie. And we know that plays a part as well, right, Jalen? Even though they both play instruments, right? I see that myself with me wearing my hair a certain way, my natural hair. You know how many people said to me, "Oh, you don't want to braid your hair? You not braid it. You don't wear wigs. You don't want to wear a wig. You don't want to straighten your hair and relax your hair." I'm like, you need to relax your feelings. If you think I need to relax my hair to make you feel, that's just America. That's the States. That's life. There are double standards. People feel like light-skinned people have a better life or whatever. They get in the door quicker. I don't know. I've never been dark-skinned. I wish I did have more melanin. Because some of these beautiful chocolate skinned people, I'm like, yes, that's not who I am though. But it seems like the worse you are, the more vulgar you are, the more you will destroy, the more you destroy your community, the bigger the artist you are. Let's talk about Jay-Z and Common, right? Common had conscious music. Talib Kweli, conscious music. Maybe their music wasn't as good as Jay-Z's, right? Maybe they weren't getting the best beats, the best producers. I mean, I like their music because I do, like Jay-Z said, do you listen to music or do you just skim through it? I need to understand the words. That was why it was hard for me to kind of enjoy the concerts in the Gambia. I just can't dance. I need to know what you're saying. I need to know what I'm vibing to. You ain't saying, hey, unalive all black people. And I'm like, I don't know. I need to know what's being said. Keys will win every award that those two were nominated for in the same category. Yeah. And both music was nice. I like both of them at that time. I don't personally listen to Alicia Keys now, and that just has to do with something personal that I found about her. Sometimes I could separate the music from the act, and sometimes I'm just like, yeah, I'm not supporting that, so I'm not supporting you. But I'm a big boycotter, right? And I feel like people should be big boycotters. If someone is not treating you right, if a company is not treating you right, you don't have to give them your money. Whoever it is. So I'm a big boycotter, but then also like certain artists, my spirit won't let me listen to them. I'm like, y'all on some other stuff. I'm not listening to you, but and one time I was listening to Rihanna, the song came on, Live Your Life with T.I., and I'm out walking, exercising, and I had to walk through like this little U, and it's like it was a track, and then part of the track was rocks, and it went through a small forest, but there were houses there, right? But it's the Garden State. This was in New Jersey, and it's hard to find gardens in New Jersey because they're building everywhere. So I guess the deer didn't have anywhere to go. So I'm just, hey, live your life, chasing that paper, right? I don't even listen to that. I don't sing it. I know the words. I don't sing it. I'm singing, can't really sing. And I look up, and what do I see? A whole family of deer. They were so close I could touch them. Now I'm scared, right? I'm like, now they were just looking at me like, girl, would you shut up? You sound horrible, right? But these were the babies. Now, when I walked around. I'm just now push my headphones down. I'm walking because now I'm walking with a purpose. Like I was walking with a purpose for fitness, but this time I walk with a purpose to get the heck away from these deer. I get to the other end around the circle. Now I'm coming onto like out of the wooded area part, and I'm on the tar or whatever. So I could see the parking lot and whatever. Who do I see coming out of the other part of the woods? The daddy. Big horns. I said, I'm going home. So anytime the music comes on, this is just the way my brain works sometimes. Girl, you ain't supposed to be listening to that music. You know that doesn't go well with your spirit. And I'm just talking about me. It doesn't go well with your spirit. So look at what happened, right? So now anytime a song come on, I'm like, oh, hell no, because I don't want nothing. It probably has nothing to do with it, but it's just my spirit in my mind. It's like, don't listen to that. It won't let me. It won't let me. I was a big Jay-Z fan, had his CDs, and I can't listen to their music anymore. As I get older, I'm like, what the heck are you doing for the culture? I mean, the community and the culture, like not just, I don't know, maybe I'm getting older, but not just, I mean, do people not see the direction society is going in? Do we not see the big picture? Morals out the window, clothes out the window. I mean, as a woman, we can't continue to complain about stuff when we are contributing to the problems. We hold the power. Anyway, I could be on my soapbox for forever. So the Facebook friend said I had posted something about something. I think it was about Phoenix and whatever, right? So the person says, "Oh wow, did not know this. Imagine how many people thought she was scammed too." So this was about Phoenix, right? Don't worry, Phoenix, your video coming soon. These people get online and cry, "Oh, please help me, please. I don't have any money, and please." And y'all good black folk that always, so positive, and I guess y'all feel bad for them. And I don't know, maybe they're in the same age group. I don't know. Because nobody give me money like that. I guess y'all think I'm rich. I'm not that. Shrek said I'm on disability and I get Section 8. So send me money too, y'all. Per Shrek, I am poor. I am poor, big time poor. I'm broke dead. Tisa Tells always say, y'all always calling me broke. Shrek always calling me broke, even though I'm living a better life than her. But, I need money too. I'm just playing. I do need money. Shoot, everybody need money. Billionaires talk about something, they need more money, so you can never have enough money. But no. Okay. So I don't know why I did that. I know that this goes this way. What time is it? God, it's 8:00. I said I was gonna be on here for a short time. You see? I don't be lying on purpose though, y'all. Okay, so it says, "Oh wow, didn't I know this? Imagine how many people thought she was scammed too. Sitting around Mo's acting like she was got too. Real deceptive." So, sister, yeah, Phoenix is extremely deceptive. And I feel like I don't know how much she knew, but I know that when we exposed the scam, she didn't expose her full part in it. And this is why, I have not stopped on this side of the world in the States, because I think y'all know I'm in the States. I have not stopped looking for a way to hold them accountable here in America. No. I have not stopped. So our Kathy can send whomever she wants on my page, or maybe it's you, Peter Pan, Baldylocks lookalike, Art Kathy, or maybe it's your friend that you sent, which I will remind you all of in a short. I will remind you of the quote unquote cease and desist letter that was sent to me through email, through a Gmail account, not a lawyer's account, from Art Kathy, right? I will remind you all of the times that Kwesi said, "Oh, we at the law firm right now filing a lawsuit, this, that, and the third." Okay. But my ninja, you live in the Gambia. You best believe if Tay lived in the damn Gambia, all of my cases will be done. So if I defamed you so much, it's not defamation when you're telling the truth, my ninja. But if I defamed you so much, why wouldn't you be pushing the case forward to get your name back the way I am? You heard that? Now, I don't know if that's thunder, fireworks, or guns. I think that's fireworks. Stella, it's okay. She's like, "What the hell is going on? It's the war coming on. I'm ready to fight." Stella. It's okay. Now she was laying out there chilling, quiet, sleeping. Now she up. About it, Roddy, about it. Stella, it's okay. Hey. Where's your ball? Get your ball. Take it out on your ball. That's what she does sometimes. Stella, no. 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 She listens, right? Okay, so she did listen. I guess it just... All right, she did. Hey, hey! Okay. Gotta tell her to relax. No. So she'll start taking it out on her rope. Saint, come get your dog. Come get your niece, your fur niece. I know that's annoying. Can y'all hear her barking? Because it's totally annoying right now. Can y'all hear her? That's why I'm trying to get her to be quiet so we don't have all this background noise. Did I cut the music off? I think the music is still on. Stella, please. Stella, you want a treat? You want a treat? She'll shut up then, won't she? You want a treat? Yeah? They got a lot of fireworks going on. Stella, please. They are. The fireworks. Y'all should have saw her on New Year's. It was a mess. It was a mess. Stella, Stella, Stella. Stella. Stella Yaiba. This dog is the most three-leggedest gangster dog. She really be at the dog park making these dogs 2-3 times her size cry. There's a dog around here in the complex named Ghost. He big and gray. Stella be going off on him, punking him. He was like, I said, Stella, stop. Like, she a bully. Stella, Stella, where's your ball? Where's your ball? Get your ball. Get your ball. You hear her? She like, sometimes she sound like a pig. I swear this dog don't know what she don't know what she is. She be lifting her back like she a cat. Okay, let me just close the balcony. Intermission number 3. Stella, please. Oh shoot. Hey. Relax. Relax. All right. I'll just close the balcony door. Yes, we can hear her loud and clear. Thank you. That's why I just closed the balcony door, because she's not going to stop. Oh, she did stop. Little, you see? I guess that was the finale. I mean, today is Tuesday. The holiday is not till Monday. As soon as I close the balcony, she got quiet. But, okay, so back to Phoenix. So Phoenix wasn't honest. When we first exposed the scam, Phoenix wasn't honest about her level of involvement. She didn't tell us that her name is on all the legal paperwork in the United States. She didn't tell us that. She didn't say anything about that. Yes, she was an investor. She invested $250 with her friend's sister friend. I don't know what the hell. She called her sister. I don't know if it's her blood sister. Her friend Sinai, whatever her name was. Right? The same people that were, oh, thank you so much for looking out for her. Oh, thank you. I think they were just happy that they didn't have to fund her life no more. Right, Phoenix? Because how many you talk about you got all these friends and nobody had enough money to put together $1,000 to get you home? This is why these ninjas was talking about people like Renee Marcus And Kiki loves talking about everybody and in everybody business because she is a pathetic loser, aka Shrek. Oh, let me stop sharing the screen. Yeah, I don't need that anymore. This is why Monica, you remember Monica? Monica was friends. She was what was her name on Facebook? I mean on YouTube. It was under Shrek's page, Deborah. It used to be Monica. She changed the name. Monica, we still know who you are, boo. You better be happy I don't have a picture of you, because I will put it up. And when I start telling you all my last story, you will know why I will put it up. So these hoes had so much to say. Let's not get into that. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. So Phoenix lost $250. She lost $250. So yes, in the end, Phoenix was being very deceptive of her level of involvement with this. Now, why didn't she say that? Because, if you weren't receiving any money, and I don't know that, maybe it'll come out in court. I don't know if Phoenix was receiving any money. How broke she was. The only thing she spent money on was alcohol. I fed her Tubob ass. I clove your Tubob ass. No, I bought her a few things for her birthday. I didn't have to do that. Thank you, Saint. God bless you. Thank you for the super chat. I did not have to do anything that I did for Phoenix, but I went there in good favor of saying, I understand. Thank you. I appreciate you. I went in there. I went to the Gambia in good faith of trying to rid myself of some of this stress in America, right? To prepare for my future. I'm not ready to retire. I probably can't retire till I'm 70. But I have that entrepreneurial mindset to have businesses and make the money that I want to make instead of sitting at the ball and chain when sometimes they'll get tired of you and they'll just fire you. So us living in America and working in the States, we realize that we go through a lot working in the corporate world, but we have to pay bills, so we deal with it. So of course, many of us were looking for an early retirement. If we can invest in something, why not? I saw how many people are going to the Gambia. I see how many people still going to the Gambia. Do they have... I don't know. I don't live there, y'all. So I don't know. Maybe someone else can answer that. But is there guest houses or apartments that Americans are offering to other Americans that are coming the way the business that I invested in popped up? Right? Or the way, not popped up, the way the business that I invested in, are there any guest houses that will not cater to, but when you go into another country, just like when Gambians or whomever come from another country, they look for their people to be with, right? Because it's easier. That person, those people know their culture. They speak the language. It's easier for them to assimilate into the new culture with their friends. Sometimes people never change. They don't learn the English language being here, but when we go to somebody else's country, they want us to learn their language, don't they? It's just a double standard. People want to come here and then insult America. Then don't come here. We didn't ask you to come here. We got enough people here. Stay where you are. Just like people can go overseas and live overseas and not insult America. Why do people feel the need to insult America just because you live in somewhere else? You left here. Then don't worry about us. Carry your ass. I don't understand. And don't get me wrong. I was very vocal about the things that were going on in America that made me feel uncomfortable. I was very vocal about that. That is why I was looking to transition to the Gambia in the future. I only went to check on my investment property. Once I found out that my investments was going, then my goals had to change. I just made the mistake of making too many permanent decisions on a temporary situation. Tay should have looked out for herself and said deuces to everybody else. But that wasn't my story. Now, how I'm going to come out maybe will be why I went through what I went through. But I'm seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, y'all. I can tell you that. So, yes, Phoenix was very deceptive, sister. She lost $250. She was always at Motu's because girlfriend did not have. Oh, crap. This was supposed to be 2. You see, I was running my mouth and I made this 1. So now I'm just going to make this one 2. No, I'm going to have to fix that. Dang you, Shantae. You were running your mouth. Didn't realize you made it 1. Okay. Now, the reason why Phoenix was always at Motu's is because she didn't have internet. So I paid for the router. I bought the router. Phoenix always had the QCell router. Now we got QCell because that's what the Gambians referred us to get. But QCell would not work with my phone. Like my phone, the internet would not stay, my phone wouldn't stay connected to the internet. I find that AfriCell works better with my phone. It will stay connected. I have no issues. I don't have any issues. So people say, oh, AfriCell is more expensive. Well, why would I get something cheap and it doesn't work on my phone? I don't understand people's way of thinking. And if it's not their money, why the hell are they worried about it? You know? So, okay. So I ended up doing this as 1 as well. That's okay. As long as it's in a protective style and I can put it up in a ponytail or away from the water. So you'll see me continuously wetting my ends because your ends are the oldest part of your hair. I put product on the end of my ends. Yeah, because if it starts breaking, it's going to break from my ends all the way up to my roots. So when Phoenix was kicked out, her and who are they? What are they called? I don't know what they're called. Queen Jodian. I think they changed the name. People always changing their YouTube name, but I think AP and Jodian, you know, when they came to the Gambia, they didn't have anything. They didn't have anywhere to stay, but I was willing to allow them to stay with me. But then the problem is people have, they want to bash Christianity, but then they come with this takeover spirit. How the hell you don't have a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of, but you want to sit there and try to take over somebody else's home and then just say, oh, we're not going to talk about that negativity, because none of them 304s, none of them ninjas can ever come to me and say anything. That's why we just going to ignore her. You can ignore me because I know the truth and you know the truth, right? Jodian, AP is a man. You can't even support your wife. You have no way to support your wife. And then you walk up into someone's house and you don't speak. This is after you got another investor to beg me to let you stay there. These are the type of people that when people say, why were you so angry? Because like we Americans, I don't know how Jamaicans act. I've never been to Jamaica, but ninja, you come to America with that stuff, you get your behind whooped. You get kicked out. So y'all didn't even have $60 to go to stay in a hotel. You asked Jonathan to beg me to let you stay. And then I say the only thing that they have to do is speak, because you in somebody's house and you don't speak and all three of y'all are broke, bro. These people, I swear, like, hey, DeMarco, I thought Sister White was making money sewing and selling clothes. Well, I don't sew, but I was selling clothes. I wasn't making money like that. You know, I didn't originally want to sell clothes. What I wanted to do was I wanted to sell bedding. And that's what I'm still going to get into. I didn't necessarily want to sell clothes. I wanted people to make my clothes and wear my own clothes, but I wanted to sell bedding, sheet sets, which I'm still going to do. But African print. The person that I hired to do the shopping was a Gambian, and she went to the market and she bought American print because they love everything American. So she was like, aren't these pretty? I'm like, they're nice, but I'm selling this in America, boo. Y'all Gambians love this because this is print that y'all don't see. We have these prints in America. Shout out to the person I left the sheet set to that hate me. Ow. All I know is, Mariama, every time you lay on those sheets, put those curtains up, you gonna think of me, boo. It's sad. I just being nice to people. I don't want to walk around being mean to people all the time. But it's like, if I'm nice to you and you give me nasty, I'm going to give you nasty back, boo. Your little 24-year-old behind. You still smell like Similac behind your ears. But you worried about me. I don't even know why some of these Gambian women are so jealous of us. Y'all not even on our level. You're not even in the boat. Some of them are. But these little young 20-some-year-olds that I'm talking about, girl, you came from the bush. You got 2 dresses and you hating on me? I don't understand. For me, I'm not going to sit there and hate on someone. If you're older than me and you got some knowledge, I'm going to try to soak up all your knowledge as much as I can to benefit myself. I'm not going to sit there and hate on you. But that's what she did. Oh, Jalen, I get it. Well, when you said Sister White, I thought you was talking about me because my surname is White. Oh, you talking about Sister Tubob. That's funny. Now, that is funny. You talking about Phoenix, Sister White. That is hilarious. You know, she wasn't. I know someone that invested in Invest Relocate Africa just like I did. And when Phoenix got her compound, she sent me a message and was like, oh, see, you could have waited and the money that like, what was that message for? Because you didn't refund me anything for feeding your little tuba behind every morning, every night. The only time you gave me money back was when we went to Motu's and you wanted to drink. So then you cash at me money and it literally says because I like to drink. But aren't you on medication, Phoenix? Like, because I know you took my bottle of pills, right? But gave her a bottle of pain pills. I thought she was gonna take one. When she gave it back to me the day she left, and it had 2 pills in there. So you took a 30. You were drinking like a fish, and you were taking pills, Phoenix. This is why, like, she says she's bipolar, but if she's not eating right, which I mean, no meat, no dairy. Which they say people that have autism, if they eat properly, then it can help them. Food is everything. But if you're eating whatever you want, you're drinking like a fish, you popping pills, you are self-medicating, Phoenix Rain. You are self-medicating. And then she say, I don't have any issues. Girl, you woke up every morning crying, having a nervous breakdown. But I guess these people can get on here and lie, just like they said, oh, Tay Tay orchestrated her own home invasion. Do y'all think that first of all, who would do that? Who is that desperate to scam? And there are a bunch of YouTubers that are scheming and lying on YouTube for donations. But thank you, it was Saint, right? That blessed me. Yes. Thank you, Saint, for the super chat, because I don't get super chats, right? I don't. So for people to say, oh, she's getting all these donations, I could show every penny that came in through Cash App for the foundation and how we were able to give every student at least one item. I wish we could have did more. But people thought, oh, no, Tay Tay a threat. Let me destroy her name. You can delay, but not deny, because what is for me, and no one can stop that. No one can stop that. You could delay it, but God can only deny. Boo. So Phoenix was going to Motu's, going to her, what's she call it? My mobile office, because she didn't have any internet and she didn't have any money to get any internet, right? So Angel was nice to her and allowed her to use her internet there. It wasn't because Angel was being nice. No, Americans were contacting Phoenix. They wanted to meet her. So when they came to the Gambia, they were going to Motu's. But what got me was a lot of Americans hanging at these restaurants, eating out for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Do you do that in America? Because if you do, then I understand why you're so broke. These people were living there and going out to eat every day, and then complain about having to pay money to stay somewhere that wasn't a dump. I don't know how these people were functioning in America. I really don't. I'm in awe. I don't know. And yes, Saint, the girl had 2 dresses and was hating on me. I'll tell you about that the last time I went to the Gambia. I tend to be a victim of xenophobia. And you can't change that. I wasn't born in the Gambia, but I have been physically attacked twice and verbally attacked once because I am not Gambian. I wasn't even doing anything wrong. How someone attack you just because you're walking down the street? But when I find out the history of said person, it's because they had the opportunity to go abroad and travel, but they think that they could do the same thing that they did in the Gambia overseas, and they got deported, and then their opportunity is messed up. So now they see someone that's from the West, and it's like, I hate you. Okay. You can say what you want. I'm going to say, why are you so angry? In the same tone of voice. What's going on? Why are you so angry? And then when the person go on, then it's ninja F you, blah, blah, then I go off. You just mad because I'm an American. Because that's what it is. And then later on, I find out, oh, they were deported. That's why. And I'm like, so you feel that you have the right to attack someone coming to visit your country because you traveled abroad and you messed up your opportunity because you were never taught you weren't given any home training. So you go to the West, you sell drugs, you sell rugs, you do whatever you're going to do. And then what happens? They deport you, and you want to attack someone that comes to your country? You stupid. I know now, y'all. Anytime I go to the Gambia, I'm on my business. I'll be on my P's and Q's. I don't talk to nobody except for the people that I do know and I'm dealing with, but that's it. Nobody even know when I'm in the country. And you have to move in the Gambia the way you move in America. Just because everybody's smiling doesn't mean that all skin folk is kinfolk. And that goes for everyone. That goes for Americans. That goes for Gambians. That goes for everyone. And it's sad. Stella, please. I know my neighbor's like, well, she shut the hell up. I didn't expect any of this to happen. I didn't. I didn't even think that Phoenix and I mean Quasi and Phoenix and Art Kathy, or Quasi and Art Kathy. I thought that they were showing us the truth. That Quasi was showing us the truth. I didn't even, not one time. Yes, I thought he was type illiterate. I'm like, dang, this ninja can't write. He can't. Okay, he's saying he had $1 million company. Well, all right, okay. So, but I also think about sometimes where it's like, um, it takes a team to do certain things. And I'm talking like women pay attention to detail is what I'm saying, right? Um, some men pay attention to detail, but naturally women, that is what we do. We pay attention to detail. So, Nala, girl, hey, long time no see, hear from. I know I haven't been on, it's been me. But I'm thinking, I was in charge of hospitality. So the small things, right? The gift baskets when people come, the washcloths. They didn't even have washcloths. How you have a guest house and you don't have any washcloths? Thank you for tuning in. You tuning at the right time, baby. Okay, because I got an update on my robbery. Thank you, Jesus. Yalabana. It's bittersweet, but it's been a long time coming. August of 2021 was my robbery. It's almost August of 2025. You can't, DeMarco, yes, you cannot be fooled by the smiling. No. Because people will be smiling in your face, listening to everything you're saying and plotting on you. And unfortunately, Gambians, I still talk to Gambians, I love my Gambians, the good ones. I wish I could have experienced it. I wish I could have experienced the Gambia the way so many other people experience it, minus the Rex tourism, right? Minus all that, because I didn't go there for no dude. I went there for my money. That's the difference between me and other people. Okay, if I have a man and he gonna take care of me, cool. But I'm still gonna make my own money, because how many people depend on a man, and then if he leaves you, you out of luck. And then if he take your good years, what are you gonna do? No. My whole dream was being a partner and not a dependent. Because if I'm bringing in money and my man bringing in money, then guess what? Then we can take some time to spend time together, and he's not always at work. But anyway, that's a whole nother story. So people need to be mindful. I just wish I did experience the Gambia the way everybody else did. But maybe this was meant for me, so many people did not lose their hard-earned money, their retirement. What about the continuation of Renee Dag? Girl, yes. So a lot has happened since then. And I should just go ahead and do it. So I'm trying to hold off until after May 30th. Today is May 20th. And today was supposed to have been the ruling of my robbery case. Yeah, but it's been adjourned to May 30th. But I do have tea to spill. And maybe I will talk about it at the end of this one. Or we'll see. Let me just finish this real quick. And then it says, so does it mean that Mo's husband was in on it too? So in this message, they thought that Molly was Angel's husband. She talked about Mo too, right? So does that mean that Mo 2 husband was in on it too? So they thought it was the husband. Yeah. Molly was not, what's the name's husband? Was not Angel's husband. And the way he disrespected Angel, talking about other women right in front of her, he shouldn't even have been her boyfriend, honestly. Because, so y'all remember when they were talking about, oh, when you come here, we got somebody for banking, da-da-da-da-da-da. Nentala, I'm gonna get to that. I just gotta finish this real quick because it's like I got ADD. I be all over the place. So, or like Stella with a ball. I'm focused, and then it's like, oh, a shiny ball. So there was a girl named Alina or Amina. Alina. I think her name was Alina. And she worked at Access Bank. So that was the connection when I first got there. She came to the house and, opened up the bank account. And speaking of bank accounts, I have to do my video about THC as well. So if you're on this live, that one's coming as well. Because THC ain't good for everybody. If you get what I'm saying. No pun intended. All puns intended. All puns intended. THC ain't good for everybody. I'm tired of these damn people get online and acting like they so holier than thou, and okay. They gonna learn to keep Tay-Tay's name out of their mother effing mouth. They have learned now, but since I found out you said it, I'm gonna call you on it. Okay? All right. So, Alina worked at Access Bank, and someone, I think it was TAC, because I think she came to Motu's because she was meeting someone. Now, if anyone knows or have met Alina from Access Bank, girlfriend comes to work in, you know how some Gambians, they come to work in their ballroom gowns. I'm like, dang, they're heels that are, Alina used to wear them high heels that will be in competition with the Ripper heels, right? So I think she had on jeans that day though, but she had on some heels. So she comes to Motu's and Molly Morris is there, right? She comes to Motu's to have a meeting with someone in regards to opening up a bank account. I think she had a manager with her. Well, it was a big brown dude with her, right? Big Gambian dude with her. And so she comes there, she handles her business, whatever. Because, I just set up the introduction. I'm not involved in people money. So I set up the introduction. She, whatever. So now, this is what Molly said after she left. Now, he was talking to some dudes or whatever. I don't know who was there. But what he said was so inappropriate. And if anyone has been around Molly, they know I'm not lying. They know I'm not lying. He's very inappropriate. Has no respect for Angel. None. He don't have any respect for women. He was all up in the American face because he was looking for the next American. He was looking for the next victim. He was looking for his next meal ticket. The next woman to take care of him the way Angel was. So, Angel was so stupid though. She was so stupid. How you take care of a man that's treating you like that? And then when he leave you, you still allegedly gave him $10,000. Girl, when he left, he would have left with the clothes that he came with and nothing else. But these women are dumb. So Alina was leaving, Molly talking. He was like, oh yeah, because you see them stripper heels she had on and did. Why are you talking about a young woman like that at your girlfriend's restaurant? Because you had no respect for her, right? No respect did Molly have for Angel. None. So Angel gave Phoenix the password, the code to get onto the internet. Do you know Phoenix was giving that password out to other people? This is why I say like that Tubob is disrespectful. I mean, you see that, right? She's arguing with her daughter online. The same daughter that you were living with? Nah. That's the $1 million question there. So I think that he thought Phoenix had money or had access to money, and then he realized she is broke as he is. But he was at her wedding. Phoenix had two dudes that she slept with and Molly in her wedding picture. I said, damn, she a pimp. She lost that weight and picked up some pimp behavior. Girl, how you gonna have a dude with the dreads that used to be a taxi driver? That was G's cousin. How he at the wedding? Why is he even there? You was sleeping with him. I'm so confused. We all heard it in the house. I mean, she like 50 some odd years old. Girl, why are you making... I can't. Jesus, I need to write a book because these people are a hot ass mess. She had both of them. You see her wedding picture? The dude on the right is her husband. On the further right is Molly. And then on the left is the dude that she was smashing. So, fix it. Black Jesus. So, this person says, because remember, he and Phoenix made fast friends. Now, I was always wondering how they became so close so fast. I don't know. I wasn't in the room. But what I can tell you is when Angel and Phoenix finally did the rumble in the jungle, and I heard Phoenix got all this mouth, but she got to the point where, okay, so Phoenix talk all this stuff, but whatever happened between her and Angel, she went right to the police station and got Angel arrested. So we know in America, you're not going to get arrested unless there are witnesses, unless a witness comes forward like, yes, yeah, they were doing this and I saw this person do that, and that. If there's a witness. If there's no witness that come forward, if the police don't catch y'all rumbling in the jungle, nothing can be done. No one's getting arrested. Now, that's the difference in the Gambia. That's the difference in the Gambia. They could just say, hey, they hit me. The police are coming to arrest you. I'm like, y'all ain't got no witnesses? I'm confused, right? So Phoenix went to the police and told them that Angel put her hands on her. I heard Angel beat her up. That's what I heard. Yeah. That was the live that I did where Juliet's son kept jumping in the damn thing and someone was telling me all about Shrek. Yes, that was that video. And I found out that because Angel was talking to what's his name from Blackson, Adrian. She was talking to Adrian because they both were having problems with their mates. Oh, Jesus Christ. People are desperate. Tay, look, I'm okay with being by my damn self. I truly am. I'm at my best fitness wise. I can travel. I don't have to answer to anyone, and it's less stress. Because if you don't have the right man in your life, all he gonna bring is stress and maybe rob your ass. Because that's what happened to me. When I choose them, I choose all the wrong ones. I said, Jesus, I'm okay with being by myself. That I just got to make some money so I can have someone to take care of me. And when I say take care of me, I'll be in one of these nice ass, they look like hotels. They look like extravagant hotels for old people out here. And that's what I'll be living in. But what happened was, okay, so I have to move this because it's about to look like I have like 30 arms and twisted arms. I can always do somebody else's hair better than I could do mine, but that's because I can't take my arms off and turn them around. Okay, so whatever happened, because I still want to know why they fought, right? I'm like, I thought y'all were Ace Boone Combs, right? They named a drink after Phoenix, but they were only using Phoenix. They were using each other. Phoenix was using them, and they were using her. They were using Phoenix for business. Oh, shoot. What the hell did I just do? They were using Phoenix to get business. So when people, as soon as they get off the plane or whatever, they want to meet Phoenix, they come into Motu's. So Motu's the owners, Angel knew that if she looked out for Phoenix, that these people are going to come and spend money. Right? Now, my whole thing is shoot, I ain't even getting enough food. You charging me almost $20 for this little bit of food? Girl, I'm about to go find me a Gambian spot. Let me go buy me some damn fish and oh man, I did that flat twist real ugly. It's all good as long as it's twisted. Oh man, I did that real ugly. Okay. As long as I didn't do any sharing, it'll be all right. The twist may just look crazy. But that's why she did that. That's why, she gave her a drink named after her. Phoenix was, flossing. I guess, I don't know. I guess Americans are really privileged and we don't realize it. And then some people go over there and want to stunt on poor people. That's like stunting on a 2-year-old. Like, ha ha ha, I could walk and talk, you can't. What type of issue is that? I don't know. But they always want to say, I know this person, I know that person. They've been there for 2.5 seconds. They know this person. I won't listen to that. And I'm going to tell y'all, if y'all ask me something, don't think I'm being rude, but I may say, oh no, I don't know. Because too many people are referring people to people and they just messing up their lives. Juliet introduced me to my former lawyer, Mr. Embauge. Adrian introduced Mr. Embauge to his wife. His wife, Juliet, ended up using Mr. Embauge for their divorce. So as you can see, there is no honor amongst thieves. You see what I'm saying? No honor. Like, and Mr. Embauge just gonna chase the money. He don't care. This ninja done kept my damn car. I done filed a complaint against him with the General Legal Counsel. They talk about something. The secretary is the only one I talk to. They haven't heard any cases. Okay. We'll see what happens when I pop up on your ass. Right? Because y'all want to play games. And the sad thing is you sit there, but I mean, why should it be any different from me? Because if any of y'all are on Facebook and you're looking at what's on Gambia, you see the nonsense and malarkey that is going on in their own country. So for us to think, oh, it's going to be all hunky-dory for us, you a damn fool and you lying to yourself. You can lie to yourself all you want. I know a lie when I see it. And I know what's going on in the Gambia, whether people talk about it or not. And most of them are not going to talk about it. Especially if they're making YouTube money. Why? Let's act like it's just all sweet. Come to the Gambia. Come get robbed. We don't have nowhere for you to stay. Right? I don't know. How many of us done got robbed? Some of us done got robbed twice. So, whatever reason, they got into that altercation. Angel ended up at the jail. Phoenix showed up at the jail. And so did Molly Morris. Right? Phoenix is the complainant, so she had to show up. Molly Morris showed up. Now, y'all would think that, if Molly Morris showed up at the jail, he came there to support his woman, Angel. Right? Wrong. This ninja came there to support Phoenix. When I heard that, I said, well, maybe they are smashing. Or maybe they both trifling, so that's why they friends. I have no idea. They both looking for the come up. Molly out here slinging gigolo style, right? So he can get a meal ticket, and Phoenix out here allegedly her and her husband stealing shoes, stealing the Nigerian dude's shoes, and she going over somebody else's house every day asking for food. But online, she like, I know this. Come to Benin. Girl, you were just online crying, talking about something. You need somewhere to go. You blah, blah. I don't understand these YouTubers be online crying about being stuck in a country, come back to America and then end up in said country again, or a different country. And I'm like, damn, they just finessed y'all asses. Y'all gave them money. They just finessed y'all. But the sad thing is African American people, we can't check other people. So anytime you say something, oh, you hating, I don't care what nobody say. It's the truth. But I tell you one thing, I won't be so willing and open to help nobody. Sorry. Do you know this? You know a block? No, I don't know. I don't live there. Do you know a no, I don't know. But you got somebody. Yeah. The only time I will refer someone, or if I would tell them, hey, I have not dealt with this person, so this is on you, right? Or I have dealt with this person in this capacity, so, but this is what they've done for me. You can't, nowadays, you just cannot vouch for people because people are not being honest about who they are until it hit the fan. And then it's like, I don't know that person. I ain't know. Like the dude that introduced me to the dog trainer, and actually he was a dog unaliver, and Max ended up gone. And then what the hell was his name? Joyner. What was his name? Enitor. How did I meet him? Through Nima Dia. She was smashing him. She was smashing all the rug dealers in the Gambia. She thought that she could do the same thing she did in America. Smash the rug dealers and they give you money. She got played in the Gambia. She was smashing these rug dealers. Enitor smashed her and kept it moving. She thought, oh, I drive his X big body X6 BMW and I give him this and he used you, didn't he? Then you started saying how you doing? These people are crazy. These people are crazy. So, what's his name? Molly Morris comes to the police station and he comes there and he puts his arm around Phoenix and kisses Phoenix on her forehead. Can you imagine how Angel felt? She done brought this ninja to the Gambia after he done allegedly locked her in the room and was screaming at her through the door. But he want to say that I have mental issues? You want to say I have mental issues, Molly? But this is what you allegedly did to Angel? Lock her in a room, yell at her, and then unfortunately Angel didn't have enough self-respect and self-confidence and love for herself that she brought this bumpster to the Gambia with her for him to disrespect her even more. He done talked about, what's her name? You see, I don't like these people, so I forget their name in 2.5 seconds. Aisha May. He done talked about Aisha May boobs and how he couldn't look in her eyes because her boobs was on a platter, right? When he did the interview with her, when she did the interview with him, whatever. They did the interview together. And then when Alina, the bank girl, came, he said that. I always felt uncomfortable around Molly because of the certain things that he says. He is very inappropriate. Ninja, your girlfriend right here. What is going on? And we thought she was your wife. Stella, you ate your food? I have to feed her slowly. I think my dog is bulimic. She like, some days there'll be a day she'll go all day without eating. I'm like, Stella, is that how you stay slim? I need to learn how to do that, girl. So yes, Molly, I think you should think again before you say somebody has mental issues because you don't know who knows about your life. And I truly hope that you don't do the same thing that you allegedly did to Angel. I mean, because if it didn't happen, then that means Adrian was lying because Adrian the one that told me. I told you him and Angel bonded over their horrible mates. Juliet was out there with her little Nigerian boy toy. And Molly, who knows what he was out there doing with Phoenix? I don't know. But I guarantee you, whatever they were doing, it wasn't good because neither one of them had any money. Who the hell is born. Well, I think Molly was born in Jamaica, so I expect this from him. Not all Jamaicans are jacked up, but Jamaicans that come to Africa will say, Jamaica is only one step up from Africa. That's why it's so easy for them to come there and blend in and live. A Jamaican told me that. So this is not like I'm just saying stuff out of my own mouth. This is what they said, I've never been to Jamaica, so I don't know. But it just shows how disrespectful and privileged Phoenix thinks she is. Someone helps you out and then you turn on them. So, I mean, I can't feel bad for Angel after she called me a B when she saw my nice car. Ain't my fault. So many of the Black British come to the Gambia and y'all all do the same thing. Y'all all create the same businesses like the Gambians. None of y'all can think outside the box. That's not my fault. I went to the Jamaican restaurant. A whole group of Black British people come in. 2 of them were in my car. I gave a ride to after we left Macaba's house for dinner. You think they remembered me? I spoke to them. They looking at me like, I'm like, bitch, you were in my Cadillac. I'm the one that gave you a ride to Senegambia. You remember? They were mad. The music is on. We in Africa. We African Americans. A lot of people don't like us. You think we care? We don't care. We don't care. I don't care. If some music come on, I'm going to dance. I stand up. I'm dancing. All the Black British sitting on the side just looking like, to the queen. I got a stick stuck up my butt. To the queen. I'm like, damn, y'all some miserable ass people. But I get it. Y'all deal with way more racism than we do. It's probably worse because thinking about it. The Gambian that was born in the UK told me this. He said, think about it. The people that came to America, they came here and they came from Europe and they came here and they just did whatever. They like, oh, we cut all ties. We across this water. Y'all can't do anything. So the British that were there like, oh, we messed up. Okay, that was an experiment. Now we got to tighten up. But, Renee Marcus always want to act like, oh, the UK, we don't do the blah, blah, blah. There's no racism. She living in a damn fantasy world because she trying to sleep with her brother, allegedly, and her dad is allegedly trying to sleep with her. Yes, I said it. Yes, I said it. So that's that about Molly Morris. When he says, like, why didn't you, why you don't like me? Ninja, that's why I don't like you. If you're honest with yourself, and the way y'all acted when you saw my car, that's the reason why I don't like you. The fact that you came to the compound to ask me, oh, well, what do you need? I'm like, I need food. I didn't ask y'all to give it to me. You said you had to go and talk to Angel because you weren't the boss and you never contacted me back. But then you want to say that I offered you help, but you never contacted me again. You are a bold-faced Jamaican Black British liar that had to have an anchor baby to get somebody to take care of you. You a bumpster dick. Little bastard. So, let's finish this here. And let me tell you all. So the last video, like you said, the last video, I know you have told me you wanted this, y'all want to see the second part to the robbery, right? About the owners of the compound. And the reason why I don't push out, I'm thinking about purchasing another phone. I can't, like, I have videos on my phone, I'm editing them, and then when I go to save it, I don't have enough space. What? I thought I had 2 of these. One. Oh, it's right here. Okay. So I don't have enough space to save it. That's the problem. So I'm going to try to work it out. This is why I've been pushing out little shorts to get the space off my phone. But I don't want to move the video because if I move any of the videos, then what I have edited, I lose. Yeah, I'm at the catch-22. And this is how it was when I first got to the Gambia as well. And then I was in the process of transferring files. That's why my computer and my hard drive was downstairs. Something told me, bring it upstairs. Bring your hard drive upstairs. I'm like, no, because I need to keep it together. And that way that'll remind me to do it. Who knew that these people, Madi and Marlon, were allegedly going to rob me? Who knew? I didn't know. Because I've been in some, move it before. Yeah, I already started editing some. So I'm going to try to get them done. I'm going to move the other ones. It's just that it's my last trip to, not this time, but it's my last trip to the Gambia. So I already put voice notes and everything. So, but if I have so many videos I'm working on. But I'm really hoping, y'all, that I can get better, because I'm not going to lie and say that I wasn't, and not still in a like going through a depression. I have not gotten things done that I normally do, like going to get my nails done, and I've just been working and going to the gym. That's all I've been doing. So I know that I'm dealing with post-traumatic Gambian disorder. No, I know. I've been diagnosed with PTSD behind this. I was seeing a therapist, but I can't be paying them $40 every time I see them. So, I'm trying to heal myself the way I know how. And that is through food, nutrition, and yeah. If I eat right, I feel better mentally. If I work out, I feel better mentally. So that's what I'm trying to do. And it's hard when you go to the DA's office and you're going to these places and they're confirming that what these people did is illegal, but then they're not doing anything. And I'm looking like, what the? So I'm confused. You're just here to do nothing? Like, I know that every time things went wrong, like it's this up and down emotions. Good night, purple love. These up and down emotions of, okay, I just spoke to the FBI, they gonna do something, and then it goes bye-bye. And then I speak to someone else and I'm, oh wow. And then a lawyer contacts me in regards to RICO charges, and I'm like, what? RICO charges. These people going to Africa and scamming other Americans. Some of these people, some of us are not going to take it. Some of us are going to fight back. Dang, I need another shower. You see me sweating? But some of us are going to fight back. And in the end, karma is going to get these people. You can't keep I guarantee you, Madi and Renee never thought, oh, she's nice. She ain't gonna come after, she ain't gonna say nothing. Yeah. You met the right one, didn't you? You just didn't know. Because honestly, Niger, which I'm gonna make a video about that too. I have a video of him. Niger is called Niger Kieran Oils. He makes body butter, whatever. When Phoenix first went to the Gambia, she did a live because I think he was in a gray hoodie. She did a live and he was there. And they met each other. He has a bald head now, but you see the sweat? Niger is the one that sent me Madi, introduced me to my security. Oh, you need security? I did need security, but I didn't need the snake that you sent to my camp. But you didn't know him, right? You told me, oh, he was the chief security at Hyperlink. But Niger, did you know he was only the chief security for 2 weeks because he got fired for stealing tools? So did you not know he was a thief? So even if you didn't know he was a thief, did you know? There's no way you didn't know that he was related to Renee Marcus. There's no way you didn't know that, Niger. Because you did a video with Renee Marcus, right? And you said that you were talking to her and you knew her, but you like young girls, right? You pushing 60, married in America, but married a 26-year-old because she got a fat butt. And Marty and his uncle orchestrated that. You gave $300 as the bride price. These people are disgusting, y'all. These people are absolutely disgusting. Now Nigel want to say, oh, I don't know anything about the Gambia. Oh, I'm going to Sierra Leone. Oh, why? Because you didn't destroy people's lives. Now you want to run and act like you don't know anything? No. This is why I say I'm going to say what I have to say. And I'm done with it. Because I have to purge. I'm not keeping y'all little dirty little effed up secrets. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. So now they will know. Don't come to me with the rah-rah nonsense. No. She not with that. You'll know that. You thought I was, but I think you learned by now, right? But thank you. Because Monica was talking to Niger. And that is how I was able to get the evidence. He reached out to me. Oh, Monica keep contacting me, this, that, and the third. And I know that he probably was talking to me out of guilt, but I didn't care. I sure exploited that. So he says, oh, Monica keeps sending me all these messages. I don't want to talk to her. Monica is Marty's alleged fiance, but she bought the ring. She done bought 3 rings. Girl, he ain't buy one. You trying to buy that 3rd leg? But that's what y'all do, right? Now the Americans are up on it now. Now they know about it. Now everybody going over there for the Rex Roarism. I sound like Scooby-Doo, Rex Roarism. The Rex Tourism. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying not to get demonetized. So, if you ever go to the Gambia, just be careful. Don't let nobody refer you. Because I swear, these women will meet one dude and be like, oh, you can hire him. And, this woman told me she was watching someone's dog. The dog ran outside. Now, you would think that this dog is young. So the boys that stole the dog was trying to mate the dog. Then they realized, oh, she too old to mate, right? So now the American going crazy. Oh my God, I lost her dog. Da, 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 da. She called me crying. I'm like, well, what the hell am I supposed to do? I'm over here, right? I'm in America. So eventually she asked someone. They was like, oh, yeah, we know where the dog is. Da, da, da. They bring the dog. She gives them X amount of $1,000 or whatever. I think she gave them like 1,000 or whatever each. I don't know, something like that, right? So she's telling me, oh, this dude, I know he took the dog and he trying to act like he just trying to get extra money and they both trying to get money. And you're like, no, they could share it, this, that, and the third, right? Whatever. So I'm just listening. So then she says, she talked to the owner of the dog. And the owner of the dog tells me, oh, the owner of the dog is in America. The one watching the dog is in the Gambia. The woman in the Gambia going to tell the owner of the dog, oh, this guy is nice. Maybe you could date him. What? So you just sat here and told me that this dude that stole this woman's dog, try to get money out of you, and you say, this is why I say I think some of these people are loca. They are loco. Because I'm talking about people, men and women. They are loco. Because why would you even offer that? Jesus, take the wheel in the whole damn car. I don't know what's wrong with these people. I truly don't know what's wrong with these people. And when she said that, I'm like, you know, and you know, you can respect someone. Did I put product on that? You can respect someone for supporting you, for helping you out, whatever. But when they get crazy, I gotta leave their crazy alone. I gotta leave it alone. I gotta say bye-bye. Because, or when you're trying to take advantage, you want me to bring something over, I send you an invoice and you want to pay me what you want to pay me? What the F? You want someone to come and help you clean, but you saying you only paying $100? Lady, you have lived in America and you going over there to exploit poor people. Shame the F on you. And you want to say you so holier than thou and you a Christian? You are a liar is what you are. You are a hypocrite is what you are. And I would never, ever send my friend over there to help you clean. For what? She wouldn't even accept that. Oh, I'm going to help them clean this, that. You dead wrong. You are dead fucking wrong. Sorry. You are dead wrong. I don't understand people. I truly don't. And I don't know if they were like this before they went to the Gambia, or they go to the Gambia and they start picking up the way the Gambians get down, the way some of the Gambians, the bad Gambians get down. I don't understand. So back to Renee Marcus, and I'm going to finish up because I'm pretty much done with my hair. Thank you all for riding with me as I do my hair. I'm going to do these two, and then I have two in the back to do. And I'm going to tell you all about Miss Renee Marcus. And Benna. Benna is the one cursing at me in the short. It's one of the first ones. She chocolate. She got dreads. And she's like, F you, B. That's Benna. That's Marty's childhood girlfriend, right? So all of these B's has so much to say, including Shrek, including Monica, including Renee Marcus, saying that, oh, blah, blah, blah. She orchestrated her own home invasion. Well, the last time I talked to you all, and I did the video about the compound, right? And about the owners of the compound, or the owner and his sister and their incestuous family, right? Well, I told y'all that the watchman was in jail in mile 2. Not jail, mile 2. I told y'all that, right? I think this is, all right, this is probably not straight, but I don't care. It's only twist, I don't care. So, I told y'all the watchman was in jail. He was in mile 2, right? Because both defendants stopped coming to court. They just stopped coming to court, which you can't do that. So once the prosecution, because they're on bail, so once the prosecution rested their case, the two defendants stopped coming to court, and the lawyer for the watchman, not Mahdi, the watchman, Marlon, the lawyers stopped coming to court as well, which is absolutely crazy. But I'm like, Marlon is from Guinea-Bissau and he doesn't have any money, right? He was living in the owner's guest house in the back, not guest house, security house in the back. So he doesn't have any money. So who do you think was paying for his legal fees? Was it Ibrahima and Isa too? Probably. Because y'all said that he didn't do it, right? Y'all said all this other stuff, but he did confirm. He did confirm with the detective in front of me, your watchman, Ibrahima and Isa too. Your watchman did confirm that he got the pictures of my robbery from who? Mahdi. Renee, your brother. You got on there and started talking about your little stupid video talking about the black British and the Americans because you wanted to come for Juliet and me. B, you can't reach me with your bald-headed ass. Right, Renee? You say we wear wigs because we want to look beautiful. So you don't think you look beautiful with your regular hair? No, because you ain't got no edges, right? Stop wearing them damn wigs. It's taking out your edges. But I gave your little bald-headed ass a chance. Right, Renee? I gave you a chance. I did not judge you based off of Stella did a really weird just one bark. Like something was attacking her. Stella, you okay? I gave Renee Marcus a chance even though I shouldn't have. Right? People kept telling me, oh, you know, you shouldn't talk to her and this, that, and the third. I was like, well, first of all, I'm dating her brother, right? So that's kind of rude. But second of all, I wouldn't have ever, first of all, I wouldn't have ever hired Marty if I knew he was Renee Marcus's brother. Thanks, Nigel, for that, for sending a snake to my camp, you bald-headed mother son of a lover. How you do it? So I would not have hired him if I knew that that was his sister, because I already knew how she felt about us. And when I say us, I'm talking about Americans, right? You want to judge all of us based off of your interaction with a criminal or Kathy. I'm not her. Do I judge all Gambians based off of my interaction with Renee Marcus or Mahdi? Y'all all say, well, we all not the same. Then why the hell y'all all look at us like we the same? Because we're not the same either. I'm not our Kathy. I didn't come there scamming anyone. Right? I came there and learned y'all language. One of them. Some of it. As much as I can for the time I was there. I came there and started a foundation, Renee. You didn't start giving back until I did, right? Oh, you saw somebody coming and doing. How didn't you get the reception I got? You weren't. I don't know. Y'all come here. You going to nice clubs. Well, I was invited by Gambians. Why weren't they inviting you, boo? Weren't you the queen of, what'd you call yourself? The Gambian princess or something? You younger than me. How are you not getting the reception I was getting in your home country? Because you came there and flossed on them, right? That's what you did. Oh, I got this because I live in the UK. Your dad took you to the UK, even though you are a product of an affair as well, Renee, just like Marty and his brother, because the dad was married. Is that why your stepmother don't like you? That's why when we went to the wedding, she had a little slit. The slit came to her knee. Her dad made such a big deal about that. Disrespect to her. Why my Muna dress look better than yours? That's because mine was a bag. I liked it, but she wanted to show off a little bit. He didn't say anything about her shoulders. Her shoulders is all out. He said something about this little slit that come to her knee. Oh, you know they're going to judge you. Well, actually, they should be judging you, sir, because you were how y'all gonna blame the product of an affair? You were the problem. You, the dad, you were the problem. So he made Renee feel so small. When she left, I was like, your dad has a problem. When we were going to the wedding, I said, your dad has a problem with your outfit. She says something about him, and he must have been on the balcony and heard it, because when we got back, he started talking to me about why he said what he said. Now, I'm going to tell y'all this. Go to Renee Marcus's channel, and she has a video. That's if she didn't take it down. It's a live. So go to her lives, and it says her and the boys or something, right? She starts it off, because I did the screen recording just in case she deletes it. She starts off saying, try with Tay knock on. We miss you. We miss Max and Stella. It was all fake with what she was saying, right? Now, what I want y'all to see is her interaction with her brother. I said Nakam, something family, blah blah blah. I was speaking in Wolof, and I said, I think I said Namanala, which means, um, I miss you, right? I was nice to her. I wanted to show Renee Marcus a different side of Americans. You met the most horrible person ever, Art Kathy. She's a 304. Her dad was a PIMP, right? She's trifling. So I wanted to show her something different, that all of us are not the same. But I think she already had this preconceived notion. She was like, "Oh, we should sit down and do a video." And I said, "That would be nice. Me, you, different people from different cultures, to show that we're not so different." Just like my foundation, it says the motto is connecting Africans around the world, right? So that was my goal. So I was like, sure, we could sit down, and me, you, and some other people from different countries, right? Oh no, I'm scared. What are you scared of? Oh, because they probably would gang up on me. So I literally said to her, I said, do you think that I would invite you on my channel and allow people to disrespect you? Like, that's not how I get down. Right? Evidently, y'all thought I was nice. You think I'm nice. You think I'm a nice person because you invited me into your home. But what the mistake that you made is, you invited me to your home, you showed me who y'all are, and then you want to lie on me and rob me, and you think that I'm going to take that? Y'all always want to judge Americans and say, y'all this, y'all that, y'all this, y'all that. You should have thought about that before y'all did what y'all did. Sell up. Y'all should have thought about that. So go to the video and look at how she says to him. She was like, oh shoot. She was like, something, we miss you. And she looked at Marty and she said, right, or something. He was like, sure, I miss you, right? Nigga, sorry. Now, at that point in time, I wasn't even talking to Marty. I had went on about my business. His father is the one that kept asking Marty for my phone number. Now, Marty and his dad has a very horrible relationship. His father treats him very, very bad. And even people in the family are like, I don't know why dad treats you like that. I think the father has prostate cancer. And I think the father may be jealous of Marty because Marty looks like him. He's strong, this, that, and the third. So, or maybe the father knows that Marty's a piece of crap. I don't know. I just know that he treats him bad. He treats him like a slave. So the father had 3 children out of wedlock. Marty, Momodou, and Renee. Right? He had 3 children on his wife. He had 3 children with his wife, 3 boys, but he had 3 children outside of his marriage. Now, unfortunately, Marty's mother wasn't very smart. She was very poor. They came from a life of poverty, generations of poverty. And I think she did what so many people do. Oh, if I have a baby by him, he going to be there for me. He's going, no. He just had she did not have 1 child. She had 2 children by him. He wasn't even taking care of the first child, and then you're going to go and have another one? Wow. Now, the mom had 2 black children, 2 dark-skinned children, 2 brown-skinned children. Now she has 3 brown-skinned children because one of them, the fat Ramatulai, started bleaching. She didn't realize that once she had babies and she started bleaching, that melanin is not holding your skin elasticity anymore. So now you just real too bobbish and fat and sloppy, right? Because you didn't bleach your skin. You look a hot mess just to be light skinned. Jesus, take the wheel. So the mom, Marty's mother, and Marty's grandmother spoiled him because Marty was light skinned. Yeah. Stupid, right? Yeah. So you spoil this boy. You don't teach him anything about being an adult, a grown man, responsible, work, So what is he out here doing? I mean, he told me he had two faces, and then with everything that happened, so I'm assuming he out here robbing. That's what he's being prosecuted from for. That's what he's being prosecuted in the IGP case for: robbery, stealing, breaking and entering, right? Conspiring to commit a felony. They got hit with 3 charges. But have you all heard Renee Marcus talk about this at all? No. She said, now she had her little goons after she did that video about me and about Juliet. She had her little goons, her little dummies that praise her just because she live in the UK. Oh, she would never, she's a queen. She would never address you. No, she would never address it because she knows the truth. So in the video, you will see her trying to play with his hair. And you will see how he looked at her like, Renee, why did you get jealous when when Mighty would come home if he spent the night with me? Because contrary to what people think, he wasn't staying with me. But when he would spend the night with me, when he comes back, because I think like April or May of 2021 is when they were in the country. His father and his sister. He didn't tell me though. He didn't tell me until he wanted to show me off to them. Oh, this my girlfriend. She got this, she got that, right? I let him because I did see how they were treating them. Right? The father wanted Marty to stay at the compound. The compound was being, renovated in Talending, and would not put cash power on. He wouldn't put cash power on. So they staying there, the mosquitoes, they all had malaria. Like I paid help to pay for the medicine for his friend, his fat ass palms, when he got malaria. And then when Marty got malaria, I paid for that to make sure he didn't die. I should have let his... So, oh man, this twist is a hot mess. I think I was twisting and I twisted it the wrong way and then twisted it the right way. I don't know what the heck I did. And I'm not fixing that tonight. All right, we cooking with Crisco. 1, 2, oh man, I think the back has to be 3. Dang it, I don't feel like doing this. I'm doing all this. My hair better not get wet tomorrow in the pool. I swear, if it get wet tomorrow in the pool, I'm going to be pissed. You should see me. I'd be like, oh, I don't want to get my hair wet. They be looking at me, and the white people be like, yeah, me either. I'm like, shoot, if I had to wash and go hair like you, I'll get my hair wet. It doesn't matter. Wash, blow dry, keep it moving. No. It's a process. We're getting this hair wet. So this was like in May when they were there. His family was there. And y'all saw videos, like we went walking. It was the dogs were playing. We had the dogs with us. They just wanted to floss. That's all that was. It was weird. I'm not like that. Maybe because they're so much younger than me. I don't know. I'm not like that. But Marty told me that Renee would get mad. She wouldn't talk to him when he comes back. When he came back to the house the next day after spending the night with me, she wouldn't talk to him. And I was like, so she's jealous? He was like, yeah, I think a little bit. I said, why? You her brother. What the hell is she jealous about? But you sitting there smiling in my face, right, Baldy Locks? You sitting there smiling in my face. You couldn't wait to get back to the UK to stand in front of the camera and make this video. But I guarantee you, your dad was the one recording because the camera was just going up and down your body. Y'all some perverts. Y'all some goddamn perverts. So fast forward. So she playing in his hair. Y'all will see that. Go to the video and look at that. It's in the beginning. But she was playing in his hair, and He reacted like, now, I'm going to keep going since I still got to do my hair. Shout out to you all who hanging in here with me. Now, let me tell you about the day before we did the big giveaway on my birthday, July 13th. That was the Serakunda. Now, Renee was supposed to come. I was like, oh, Renee, it would be nice. The foundation, will show solidarity. We at the school and da-da-da-da-da. She's like, oh, that would be nice. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. And that would be nice. I don't know how to do a UK accent, a British accent. That would be nice, blah, blah, blah. Right? So now, the night before, it went down the night before. So, this is what I wanted to tell you all. I'm in the car. Me and Marty in the car. Marty driving. That's when an American called me like, oh, me and Mike getting married. She like 60. The dude is like 20 some odd years old. Just so you know, her ass and got robbed too. Right, T? You think you knew more than everybody else, right? Y'all stupid for these PP. Y'all real dumb for these dudes. So, we in the car. And Marty is pissed. He mad, right? I don't know what's going on. Come to find out, the father then married a Gambian and moved the Gambian woman and her 2 children into the compound. Now the family, the father's children are mad, right? Madi, Momodu, what's her name? Renee Marcus. They mad because they like, wait, we just helped you to fix this compound, and now you gonna move in this woman. The dad got cancer, right? He trying to get somebody to take care of. So many women are looking for looking to be a dependent. So now, if y'all go back to my video, I think I'm in the house and we're playing this numbers game. The woman that's sitting beside Renee Marcus's dad is the wife. Okay. So, and that's my video. So, I think I got on like a burgundy skirt or something. I had gained weight. Dealing with these damn bastards, I gained weight. So, the family mad, right? The children mad. Renee Marcus mad because she's like, I invested money into getting this house fixed, right? To getting this house renovated. And now I'm not living here. Well, not that she's not living there, but the father then moved other people in. So now they mad. Now, the house wasn't fully finished. They could only live on the 2nd floor, right? So I told y'all, if only 1 bedroom was done, if you go to Renee Marcus's page, she does a video with her in a hot tub, right? This girl, these people be desperate for views, god daggone it. They be desperate for views. So she has, I wonder who recorded her, probably her daddy, I don't know. So the room, the jacuzzi, the bathroom where the jacuzzi is, you have to walk through the bedroom to get to that bathroom. So that was the only room that people could sleep in. So when I walked in the room, Marty wanted to show me the jacuzzi. It looked like Scarface. It looked like a pimp bathroom, right? That's what it looked like. But I love a jacuzzi though. So I walked through the bedroom and what do I see? I see her suitcase. I see like her suitcase was pink. So I knew that was her suitcase, but I see another suitcase. I'm like, wait, so in my mind, I'm like, this is the only bed in the house, like bedroom. Where is this girl sleeping at? Now, when she cooked, one day she cooked, I was at the house in Tellending, we were on the balcony. She cooked, she sat the food down on the floor like the boys were dogs, right? I ate with them. So I guess I was a dog that day too, right? And her dad sat at the table on the side. And for me, I'm just like, damn, this looks really weird. Why is he acting like she his wife? Why is she acting like she his wife? I'm confused. Like they literally sat over there and didn't talk to us like we were the peasants. I said, damn, bitches, I got more money than all three of y'all. No, I don't. In my mind, I do, but no, I don't. Not in real life. Right? So I didn't understand that. It's something that I looked at. I didn't understand it. Fast forward. Now I see the room. And I'm like, to me, it seems like there's some incest going on. Now, after I tell y'all this story as to what the father said about Renee Marcus and her private parts, that was confirmation that if it wasn't incest going on, somebody wanted it to be some incest going on. The dad wanted to sleep with her and she wanted to sleep with her brother. Jesus, take the wheel. So me and Marty in the car. So I had to give y'all the backstory. So that's why they were mad. That is why, I don't know if I use this. That is why the brothers and the sisters were mad. Now, so we in the car, me and Marty in the car, and he's telling me the father got married, this, that, and the third, and blah, blah, blah. Now, that's because Marty is trying to, I heard that, I don't know, for whatever reason, the father then wrote Marty out the will, right? So, from what I see, the father, okay, I don't know what the father has, but for what I'm looking at, I'm like, well, Ninja, you ain't got but so much. Like, and you have these children, I would think that your first 3 children that are by your wife, they will have first dibs on anything, and they in the UK, and I think one is married to a 2-bob, so he probably think he made it in life. So, I don't think that they necessarily, and I don't know. I think one of them, maybe the one that's married to the 2-bob, don't even talk to the dad. I think one of them don't even talk to the dad. He live in the UK. So the father brought all 3 of his sons by his wife to the UK. Supposedly he tried to bring Mahdi, and Mahdi was denied. So Mahdi has like trauma behind that. So whatever that date is, he always like, oh, I hate that day and this, that, and the third. I'm like, oh, who knows? Who cares? Right? I don't care. I'm an American. So it seemed like the father took his 3 boys and he took his daughter because she was the only child, the only daughter that he had, and he brought them to the UK. He left his 2 bastard children, which they are. I'm not being funny. They're bastards. They were born out of wedlock. So he left his 2 bastard children in the Gambia. And then they do everything for him. Now, he has Mahdi doing the labor. He trusts the older brother to handle the money, like going to the shop and getting the products and stuff. So we in the car, Mahdi mad. So he's telling me, oh, my dad got married, everybody mad, this, that, and the third, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, this is why you should be worried about trying to build your own life, because you would want your parents to give you to leave you something, right? But hey, what happens if just before they die they write you out the will? You can't be banking on that money for life. You can't. But he was robbing and banking on that money. So what happened was, he's telling me what happened, whatever. So he's like, Renee Marcus is not answering her phone, right? So now they all worried, like, what happened to her? What's she doing? What happened, right? Now, let me just give you a little backstory about this. Now, Marty's fat ass friend named Palms from Tellending is in a group called Swagger G's. I swear, I hope it's called Swagger G's and not Swagger Jizz. But I think it's Swagger G's, but it's spelled Jizz, G-Z-Z. I think something like that. But anyway, he is I think it's two of them in that group. So it's Palms and somebody named Twin. Twin is Twin's nickname, but Twin is a twin. He has a twin sister. If you ever saw me in a chair in a restaurant in a white chair, that was the sister's restaurant. I don't think I ever met her though. So Renee Marcus was like, I love Twin, right? She was trying to holler at Twin. That's why I think she did the photo shoot with her t-shirts and that her daddy paid for. I was standing right there when she walked up. The dad was just complaining about her always asking for money. And then she came up the steps and she's like, she walked up the steps. We were on the roof. She kissed him on his cheek and she whispered something in his ear. And he said to me, you see, and he opened up his wallet and he gave her money. And that was for the t-shirts. Mm-hmm. So Renee, I know why you were hating on me, but girl, you 20 some odd years old. I'm a grown ass woman, boo. No, you're never going to be, you're not going to be on my, you'll get on my level when you get my age or whatever. You keep living and doing whatever you doing positively, you will get there. But to be jealous of someone because I'm 45. I better have something in life. Something. I don't have everything I want, but I need to have something in life. I'm freaking 45. I got like 25 more years and it's time to retire. So okay, so they looking for her. She mad, whatever. She is want to talk to Twin, and now Marty start telling everything. Okay, we in the car. He's like, the dad said that Renee Marcus is too good for Twin. Why? They both Gambian. I'm confused. And evidently, your daughter likes gangsters, okay? Or want to be gangsters, right? That's who she wanted. So Marty told her, oh no, Twin is not good for you. Because Twin a player and he's an alleged abuser. Right? So Marty like, no. And then that's Marty and them friends. So I guess Marty definitely didn't want his sister dating his friend, right? So he trying to deter her from being interested in Twin. And she like, oh Marty, I love him. This is why I say Gambians be wilding. Not just Gambians, people be wilding. They are so quick. I am going to say Gambians because they are so quick to say, I love him. You don't even know him. I don't think they really know some of them don't know what love actually is. Because for you to say you love him, boo, you don't know him. So I said to Marty, I said, but Twin has a girlfriend. What about his girlfriend? Just slow. I don't think he's a product of incest, but his slow behind gonna say, what girlfriend? I said, Marty, you remember when we went to the concert and took your uncle, right? You remember when we went to the concert and Twin was supposed to perform and Twin and dude didn't perform because Twin was out there wilding. Why? Because he had a Dutch girl, right? The girl came to the Gambia. She was Dutch. She was a two-bob. They love two-bobs. So she had her cell phone. They went to the concert at QCell. Y'all saw me at that concert. It was for Juneteenth, around Juneteenth. She had her phone in her pocket in the back. Girl, this is not Amsterdam or America or Europe or the West. You do not have your phone in your pocket at a concert where people are literally right up on you. Her phone got stolen. Now, I don't know. I'm just going to tell y'all what happened. I don't know if anybody has something to do with that. Like twin. I don't know. I'm just going by the story that was told to me. So her phone got stolen. And of course, you know, first thing she gonna think is he had something to do with it. Twin. So now twin, I guess, now this is what Marty was telling me. Twin, you know, to show that he didn't have anything to do with it, he started getting rowdy and crazy. Why would you do that and make a scene when you know that you're one of the artists at this concert? Why would you do that? So he made a scene. Security wouldn't let him in. He, you know, wow, who stole her phone? Blah, blah, blah. So I said to Marty, so when he tells me that his sister trying to talk to twin, I said, and she's saying, but I love him. I said, well, what about his girlfriend? And he was like, what girlfriend? So I reminded him of the story he told me. He said, oh, I forgot about that. I said, these dudes are a hot ass mess. I don't know what people from the UK and from Europe have come and done to these Gambians when it comes to Rex tourism, but it is a mess. Where they think, I feel like that's probably why some people can't get ahead, is because you praying alhamdulillah, but look at how you acting. Anybody that comes to your country is a mark. You don't even realize who's there that is actually trying to help you. You just like, oh, I'm just gonna scam everybody. So we call that you biting your nose off to spite your face. You lost. So I'm like, well, what about the girlfriend? But oh, I forgot about that. Okay. Damn, I don't have no more clips. Oh, that's not good. Okay. All right, let me take one from somewhere else then. Okay. Ooh, I got one more to do, y'all. Y'all been riding with me for 3 hours. I love y'all for that. And if you want a gift card, tell me what I should drop the gift card for. Amazon, Apple, Google Play, Walmart, Chipotle, Subway, Taco Bell, Barnes and Nobles for my beautiful readers, Sephora if you want makeup, Ulta Beauty. Let me know what gift card I should drop. If not, I'm just gonna do Amazon because I know y'all love Amazon. But I'm just gonna drop a gift card, and it's a first come first serve. But I appreciate y'all for riding with me. So, okay, so we're in the car. So Marty says his phone is going off. Right? He tried to call Renee. She not answering. Not going to voicemail, but it's saying this person is not available. Whatever. Right? She had a phone powered off. This person you're calling, whatever, it was powered off. So his phone is going off. Ding, ding, ding. So I'm like, well, who is that? He said, that's twin. So my ignorant nosy behind, like, let me see. I was like, it's a text message. I'm like, let me read it. I'll read it to you. He was like, no, I'll read it later, right? He was mad. Mighty got anger management issues. He definitely got anger issues. So that's why I feel like for the alleged robbery crew, him, Palms, I think Mighty is the muscle. I seen him slap a few people. And you would think that he was doing it because he was doing right? Because they did wrong. But no, I think this brother just like putting his hands on people. I really do. I think that's how he deals with his anger in regards to his daddy. So he wouldn't let me read the text message. So I'm sitting there. So then twin calls, right? Twin is disrespectful, yo. Marty should have whooped his ass. He should have whooped his ass. So then twin calls. Now, I thought that they were friends. So I'm like, Well, why is he acting like this? Why is Twin acting like this? So now Twin know that Renee Marcus likes him. She must have called him to go hang out with him when Daddy married somebody else. Maybe she was mad. Maybe she think that was her third leg, right? She get whatever she want. Now it's another woman. I didn't let you do all these things to me, Daddy. And this is just my opinion, okay? Nobody else's opinion. But I let you do all these things to me, Daddy. And now you bring another woman in and she gonna be living here. She gonna be taking my money. I don't know. I don't know why Renee Marcus acted like that, but that's how she acted. So she left, went with Twin, cut her phone off. Now I didn't know she was with Twin. So, but Mighty did. So Mighty like Twin answers Mighty answered the phone. Now his phone was connected to my car, to my Bluetooth. He cut that off real quick. Cut that. Because I was like, he cut that off real quick. So now he on the phone. I'm like, Mighty, you can't be on the phone and driving, right? I don't play that anyway. With people being on the phone and driving, you better use a Bluetooth or a headset or something. You ain't gonna kill me. But, you know, I use that as an excuse. Like, Mighty, you ain't supposed to be on the phone driving. So he said what he had to say. He was like, Twin, where's my sister? Twin must have said, well, he told me. Twin was like, did I say your sister was with me? Twin was real gangster on the phone. Did I say your twin sister was your sister with me? So Mighty said, Twin, stop playing. You know, tell Renee to get on the phone, tell her to call me. You know, she got her phone off. He said, then that's your mother effing problem. Your sister will call you when she calls you. And hung up on Mighty. Mighty was pissed. Now, Mighty starts talking. And he's like, now he told me what his father said to him. His father said, the father was so mad that Renee liked Twin, that the father was like, beat him. The father told Mighty to beat his friend. He told him that, beat him. And then that didn't work. So the father started talking. Now, when I say this is probably going to make me get demonetized, but the father started being disrespectful towards about Renee's private parts. So the father said, that boy is effing your sister. No. Did he say that first? Yes. He said that boy is effing your sister. That boy is sticking his fingers in her, blah, blah, blah. Hold up. So when Mighty said that, I said, he said, what? What father is that mad that his daughter is seeing a young man that's her age, right? She's educated. He's not. Ninja, you came from the Gambia. And if you got to the UK the back way, 9 times out of 10, you don't have an education. So you doing bottom of the barrel jobs anyway, unless you get an opportunity to go to school and better yourself and be able to obtain a better paying job, a higher paying job. So it's funny how people go to the West and then they start looking down on the people, on the people living in the place that they came from. That's the crazy part. But yeah, he said, you know, that boy is sticking his fingers in your daughter and your sister's blah, blah, blah. So, oh, that's disrespectful. That's kind of weird. Papa, you saying that about your daughter and her JJ? So, fast forward. It's the next day, right? I go to wake up to take a shower and the water goes off, right? If y'all saw that video, I had to go to the neighbors across the way, be in the back, in the where they wash the clothes and stuff at and get the water. I had to do, boy, I tell you, I was living like a straight up African. I had literally had to take a whole bath to get ready to go to do the foundation, the giveaway. So I called Renee. I had her phone number. I called her and I said, she answered the phone. I said, hey, Renee, it's Maimuna. How are you? Nakasubasi. She answered. She responded, and voila. And I'm like, the giveaway is today. Today's my birthday because I did the giveaway on my birthday. I said, today's my birthday. It's the giveaway. Are you coming? Oh no, I'm out of town. no, she, no, she said, no, I'm out of town. Um, and we had a family emergency last night. She called it a family emergency. I said, oh, I know. I was with Madi. So I know. She ain't say nothing. Like, yes, I know. I do know what happened and what your daddy said about Jeff and JJ. And that you with Twin. But then she has videos, right? She has videos of her eating dinner with the family. I think that was with Twin and his family. Hot mess nation. Hot mess nation. So, Renee, how do you feel about your brother being in mile 2? Because you said my brother. How do you feel knowing that your brother is sitting in mile 2 right now? Ramatulai de Astu. Momodu was always nice to me, so I'm not going to disrespect you, Momodu. You were always nice to me. You should have told me the truth about your brother. But that's what y'all do, right? Y'all lie. That's what y'all do. You knew your brother had a girlfriend. You knew your brother had a childhood girlfriend named Benna. But Benna was mad when I threw the birthday party for Marty. I spent the money to throw the birthday party for Marty for his birthday. Try to do something nice for his raggedy ASS. Because, the family poor and shit. So I'm like, oh, let me try to do something nice for him. I try to do something nice for him. And his bald-headed, skin-bleaching sister, oh, well, we need more money. We were supposed to be feeding the family, not the whole damn neighborhood. But that's y'all problem. Your fat ass always want to floss and being at a wedding and you giving the Chris bills, but you ain't got SHIT. You have 6 children, ma'am. You have 6 children. You are a 3rd or 4th wife. Your husband Omar treats you like crap. I told Marty, I'm not coming to your family compound because I don't like the way Omar looks at me. What? You are a perv, Omar. You're a perv. But because he's in the military, oh, I got a good man. Girl, bye. You the 4th wife. That's why you don't stay there. You stay at your house. You skin bleaching with 6 beautiful brown children that think, I guarantee you, they're going to be bleaching when they get older. The mom don't think she beautiful. She's skin bleaching. Why wouldn't they? But yeah, Renee, Benna, Monica, Shrek, you had so much to say. You did the live with Monica's emails. You wanted to do a video with Madi, right? You had so much to say. You and what's that other raggedy dude's name that assaulted me? Jibby and Jai. Oh, cause she took her boyfriend to court. Yes, I did take him to the police. You think someone's gonna lay beside me and rob me and I'm gonna say it's okay? No, that's your dumb wife Khadijah. Yeah, I'm not finished with y'all video either. That's your dumb wife Khadijah that will do that, right? You just lump Mike Tyson her left, right, and all around. And she still, I heard allegedly she left him, but we don't know. I don't care. I'm still going to do my video, right? And she accepts it. You play the game, drink, and do rugs all day long, and she takes care of you. And then you thank her by lumping her up. No. I'm not desperate like that, okay? I'm not desperate like that. And G, if I really wanted to air you out, Ninja, I got pictures. Okay, you was sweating me because we didn't know that that's what they do. We think that oh, sister, they being nice. No, they're not being nice. They are looking for a way to scam and get over on you. G was deported from America for what? Wasn't it credit card fraud? Alleged credit card fraud? Of your own family? Yeah. These people are disgusting. I'm not talking about all Gambians. I'm talking about these people that I'm talking about right here, right now. So how do you all feel since Mahdi is in Mile 2? The verdict has not been issued yet, y'all. So he's not in Mile 2 for the verdict, right? The ruling. That's not what he's in Mile 2 for. Mahdi is in Mile 2 because he stopped coming to court. I told y'all he was on the run, right? Yeah. I told y'all that the watchman that Ibrahima Bangura and what's her name, Isatu hired, the guy from Guinea-Bissau, Marlon, he has been in Mile 2 since January. So when I talked to the prosecutor, excuse me, the last time I talked to, okay, so I fixed that one because that was really bothering me. The last time I talked to the prosecutor said to me that he called Mahdi, he called the people that bailed Mahdi, and basically, I guess they were ignoring him. So when he did talk to Mahdi, he said that I'm not calling you anymore. There was a warrant put out for his arrest. And when I talked to the prosecutor yesterday, I just sent him a text message yesterday. And I said, you know, any updates on the case, like any court dates? So he was like, yes, we requested the ruling for May we requested a ruling. And, oh, my stomach is growling. They requested a ruling and it should come through on May 20th on the next court date. And I was like, is it? I don't know what. Mom Sinclair, welcome. Yeah, this live is coming to an end now. So the prosecutor told me that they are requesting a ruling from the courts because the prosecution has rested their case and they're requesting a ruling. So I said, well, wait, what did I said, did the defense ever present a defense? Right? Did the defendants ever present a defense? Because Marlon had a lawyer. So I'm assuming that they requested something, right? That somebody came and said something. So he said the defense basically, okay, so I don't know how he said it. I can't go into my phone. But basically what it is, it's equivalent to what happens in America. If the defendants do not have a defense to present, right? Sometimes they will, I don't know if it's putting in a motion, if you put in a motion, but sometimes they will request to the judge to dismiss the case, saying, oh, the prosecution didn't prove their case. We're asking for a dismissal. Now, most of the time that doesn't work. I've seen in America in true crime, it worked once and the family would piss like, what? The judge felt like, but honestly, with that case, the documentary that I was watching, it seemed like it was some malarkey that was going on, some things that weren't kosher, that wasn't on the up and up. It seemed like there was some type of nonsense going on with that case. So, but you never know when it comes to the judge and the jury. You never know what's going to happen when a case is done. But what I can say is I'm grateful and I'm proud of myself for hanging in there and fighting and seeing this to the end. And like I tell so many Americans that live in the Gambia, this is not just for me. Y'all live there. Y'all better fight some kind of way, or be happy that somebody else is fighting. So maybe, because Gambians will say to each other, you better not do that. You saw what happened to Omar. You better not do that. You know what I mean? Like in America, we say, oh, don't do that, ninja. You'll get 5 to 10, right? So me fighting against injustices that has happened to me in the Gambia is not just for me. It's for each and every person that is for Gambians, it's for foreigners. So they said that is what the defense presented, right? Now I don't know which defendants presented that, or they've because it seemed like the Watchman's lawyers were trying to throw Mahdi under the bus. The Watchman told the detective that Mahdi is the one that gave him those pictures. So did Monica tell the detective when I went to the police station on that Sunday, and she was charged for lying on the police. She also told the detective that she got that picture from Mahdi. So now there are 2 witnesses that confirm that they got the picture from Mahdi, Renee Marcus's brother. So I guess they saw what was going on with the case and with me testifying. They were just like, look, we just not going to show up. But I guess they didn't think that I was going to stay on top of this case, even from America. So when I talked to the prosecutor yesterday, I was like, so he told me what the defense said, what that means. Well, he didn't tell me what it means. I reached out to another lawyer and asked them. And I said, this is what it means in America. Does that mean the same thing? And basically it does. So I reached out to the prosecutor again because I was just curious. I said, because he never told me Mahdi was arrested. So I was like, did Mahdi ever show up to court? And he was like, yes. Once he was arrested, he had no other choice but to show up because they bring him to court. When they bring these prisoners to court, they look like crap. That's why I say it's bittersweet. I didn't want that to happen to anyone. I don't ever want to send our people to prison, but I have to stand up for myself. And I didn't tell them to rob me. I didn't tell them to do anything. And the evidence points to them. You were there. I didn't get robbed until you were there that night. Come on, Ninja. But you told me that this is what these dudes do to their girlfriends. But you thought you were smarter than God, the God you pray to during Ramadan, right? You thought you were smarter than him. Just because I'm Muslim does not mean that God does not look out for me, boo. He sent the evidence right to my phone. So the prosecutor told me that Mahdi came the next day and turned himself in. So Mahdi, my former security, my former lover, he hated that. In court, I was like, my security. I was your lover. I said, you were my security first. I made the mistake of dating you after that. So if y'all want to date the help, good luck with that. I will never do that shit again. Ever. I should have smashed them and bounced. That's what I should have did. But that was my mistake. But I'm going to move on. This ninja has been in mile 2 since January. I know they pissed. I know they are pissed. So this is May. When the hell was I in the Gambia? No, I have not been in the Gambia this year. Right? I don't know. I done been to that country so many times I forgot. But I don't think I was there this year. I think I spent New Year's here. Yeah, I spent New Year's here. So I haven't been in the Gambia, but when I was there, I guess he was free because I went to court and nobody showed up. They didn't expect me to be there. But yes, Madi has been in Mile 2 since January. So go on Shrek's page and say, hey, you ain't say nothing about that, did you, Dick? Go on, what's her name's page? What's her name? Renee Marcus page and ask her, hey, Tay said your brother's in jail. In prison, not jail, in Mile 2. He's been there for 4 months, at least from January to now. I don't know when it was January, but the end of this month is coming up. So he's been in Mile 2 for 4 months. And the ruling is May 30th. I don't know what's going to happen, but I will keep you all updated. Because y'all saw me go through all this here. I'm not going to keep it a secret. I'm not going to keep the abuse that we have been going through over there a secret, because it shouldn't be like that. African American people we are the nicest people on the planet. We can be the ugliest people on the planet as well if you mess with us wrong. But many of us, my age and older, how many of us give to African people or people overseas and we don't even know them? We do that all the time. So it was really disheartening and disappointing of me going to the Gambia and seeing that the Americans were scamming, and being in a predominantly Islamic country, and to see all of the malarkey and nonsense and criminal behavior that goes on there. I'm like, this is why I don't do organized religion, because you see all these people fasting and praying and da-da-da-da-da-da. I fasted and prayed with Mahdi for half of Ramadan. Half. I wasn't, if your sacred time is there, you have to pay back those days. I wasn't doing that. I'm fasting when they fasted. When it was over, I fasted for 2 weeks. And then you behave like this? 3 months later, you rob me? Ninja. House Mile 2. Y'all F with the right one, baby. I love you all. Thank you for joining me. Nehnala. I will be finishing the video in regards to those people and how they kept my money. But it's just going to make them look even worse, right? You kept my money. You lied and said, oh, your boyfriend did this. But y'all didn't know that my boyfriend and your watchman conspired. You didn't know that, but y'all not saying anything about that. Not one time did you send me an email and apologize. Ibrahima or Isa too. He sure did. And it's not done. They all going to get their karma. And I'm going to contact some people right here in the States, Mr. Ibrahima Bangora. Let's see how your bosses feel about you being married to your cousin. Because you can't do that. That's illegal in America. Let's see how they feel about you doing real estate in the Gambia, but treating an American citizen like this. See, the problem is y'all want to live here in my mother country, and then you want to treat us like crap over there. Why? Aren't you Muslim? Well, let's break down your video that you put on Facebook. I found it. And you're a mental health provider? And you cause me all this mental distress and emotional distress because of your watchman? Who does this? And you saying Alhamdulillah to who? The devil? Ibrahima, you married your cousin, your niece, that is half your age. You are a disgusting pervert. There goes my monetization for this video. You are a disgusting pervert. absolutely disgusting. And you're even nastier for leaving her daughter in the Gambia with rotten teeth. You could pay to get her teeth fixed. You won't even do that because you want your niece to give you a son. What, for him to be mentally slow? Because you are a medical doctor, right? So you should know scientifically what happens when you have a child with your niece. The bloodline is too close, my ninja. But I know somebody else, a Pakistani, that did that. I think that has to do with Islam. I think it has to do with Islam, where you can just marry family members. I don't know. I don't do organized religion. But yeah, y'all. So that's what's been going on in the Gambia with that. Madi has been in prison since January. So go ask Renee Marcus about that. Matter of fact, I'm going to go to her page and see. I don't feel like doing that right now. Y'all could do that. I'm going to go to her page and see if she has put out any videos. She's been very quiet, but I guess you know her brother locked up. Y'all should have told your brother not to do it. The family should have said something. He doesn't have a job. So how is he bringing money in? He didn't have a job. But some of these parents are disgusting where they are okay with their children I saw a Nigerian movie. They said, oh, you just gonna let your daughter die? Da, 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 da. I don't care what you do. That's the reality. Some of them parents don't, some of the family members don't care if they're out there pimping. They will sell their babies for money. That's definitely going to demonetize me. But they will sell any and everything for money. People, your goods and belongings that they done stole from you. And they will allow these raggedy boys to come in the house and give them money, and they know good and damn well that the boy doesn't have a job. So where's he getting that money from? He's out there robbing. But you're okay with that, but then you got your little beads and you praying. How is that going to help? You allow it, you sparing the rod and you spoiling the child, and you letting the child do whatever they want to rob and steal and do whatever. And as long as you got the money, you're okay. Then you wonder why y'all have generations of poverty. God gonna bless that nonsense? That's why the money run through your pockets like water. So he got to keep robbing, because Marty made money being my security. I hope he saves some, because I heard Bennett has a child. So that would be so messed up if that is Marty's child and you out doing whatever. Oh, Jesus. Y'all, it's been a long time coming, but I know oh, there it is. Okay, I caught it again. I'm doing better. That's because it's right here in my face. But it's been a long time coming, but I knew a change was gonna come. Yes, it did. See you in the next video.